stomach cramps or something?
Full on panic attack for I don't know what.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
getting very maybe just like my head spinning too much maybe about stuff that's not
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've been trying to really clear my head, but and drinking a lot of water because I don't drink
Yeah.
water. So
Oh,
anyway,
water is the first sign. Yeah.
yeah, like I'm just scared to death. I don't want that to happen again because I won't go to a hospital because they don't
Mhm.
understand my symptoms. They just think I'm a drug addict because I've OD'd in the hospital close by. They know me, so they always
Yeah.
bring up shit that they shouldn't bring up. That's 10 years old, so they don't treat me like a person that has real problems. They treat me as a person that's
Right.
crazy. So, and like I've been, no, I haven't. Nothing's changed. It's the weirdest thing. I did stop eating my M&Ms, by the way. So I'm gonna hopefully. I didn't go on Ozempic yet. I'm getting there, so I haven't started that yet. But I stopped eating the M&Ms too because that's ridiculous. I'm eating them all night long. It's ridiculous. I shouldn't. That's where the
Right,
30
right.
minutes came from. But anyway, and I feel like the solar flashes is really, to be honest, it was the solar flares. I think that's what's fucking me up.
I agree. I was gonna say that, but some
Yeah,
people aren't ready for that.
right, they're not, and if the four of them are so huge, people don't get it. Like we're trying to adjust to it. It's not, and I
Yeah.
feel like the world's going crazy for a reason. Like we're on that. I feel like we're here. We're on our slope. Like we're at like hump day, right? So we're finally
Right.
on the way to like all this crap shit's gonna have to end, and then a whole new peace will come. I think world peace anyway.
Right, right.
No matter who, and I think Kamala is the one to do it. But all right, moving on. Sorry. Maybe, but I think we jumped 8 years in a timeline, which is amazing because Kamala was supposed to be a female president, was supposed to come in 8 years from now, according to my
Mhm.
spiritual person. And her, so I was like, wait, well, who would be a female president? Duh, look what just happened. I'm like, oh shit, she was right in front of her. So that's a good thing. According to the spiritual people, he would be good, but he would cause nuclear. People don't like him, so that could cause other countries to come out. Everybody likes her, allegedly. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know what was happening the other night. I just started to think about things and I started to really panic. I thought the walls were closing in. It was the worst thing I ever went through. One other
Yeah.
time I had an actual panic attack when I went to the hospital, and they kept telling me I wasn't dying, and I said no, I am dying. I feel like I'm dying. Please, I feel like I'm dying, but they don't know what to do for me because
Right.
what are you gonna do? I just feel like a crazy person.
Yeah,
But
these
anyway,
solar flares can make you feel sick, they can make you feel crazy, they can impact all different types of
like
things. And if you're even if you're a grounded aware person, it can totally get you in a state. So, and plus there's just a lot of energy right now that's if you're a sensitive person like you, then it can affect
mhm.
us greatly because we don't have a place for all this hate and all this weirdness,
And we
you
don't
know?
want we want to
Right.
process and go and get over it, but I for some reason I couldn't process it. I was like, oh my god, and I don't even know large alert. I couldn't even tell you. Me and George, he put me in the shower. I'm going to say one more thing. I almost want to say maybe a kundalini thing because my spine hurt really bad, but we'll have to go into that another day. But maybe a
Oh, yeah.
kundalini thing too, like a kundalini awakening because it was a little bit painful too. And I was like,
Mhm,
holy
mhm.
shit, this is what I've heard of it. It happened before, and I swear I was begging, don't ever let this happen again. Because again, I don't go to hospitals. I don't. George's like, please let me call an ambulance. I'm like, don't you dare. They don't treat me right. They're not going to treat me like they don't. They can't help me. I have to
Mhm.
like meditate and calm myself down. But that's why I'm drinking water. I do all that for me to sleep while I'm drinking water. I don't know. Jackie's a loser. Like
Oh, such a freaking loser, and she's been a loser, like,
I
she came
know.
on the show, and now seeing what a freaking liar face she really is, I'm just like and to have let Marge go down like that and just sit there and let
I
Mar
know.
and sit at tables and be like, "Oh, Marge didn't tell me about that, that she probably kept that from me for a reason," and throw Marge under the bus even more knowing it was her? That
Yes,
is, oh my gosh, that is, ooh, right
I know.
on brand. Right
And then
on
tell
brand.
Marge to shut the fuck up. Marge is like, you shut the fuck
Uh-huh.
up. It's like, no, Jackie, let's reveal everything you've done. Because if you're going to justify in a confessional, justify to Teresa's face. Justify to her
Right.
face and say, you brought the Evan shit up. But then Teresa's going to turn around and say, no, Marge did. Marge did not go to the party and tell everybody behind your back, Jackie, that Evan was cheating on you on his 30th birthday party. And I kept saying, don't even give this don't give it any life because if Jackie's going to literally hear about this and she gives it life, which she did, she quit, she lost all kinds of weight. Teresa was the reason that she was like off the show. she hated her so much. And Marge is so hated because she thought she had the arsenal. Sounds like Jackie's the one with the arsenal. Okay,
What?
Jackie's the one to put
And
the
then
Burger video out.
the delayed reaction
I
of
know.
Teresa is
I
so
love
on
it.
brand. Like she's just so daft to me. I'm like, I'm not sure if
We were-
Teresa's working on a full size bus.
Did you
Honestly, I
see?
think she might be on a half bus.
Did you see her face though when Jackie was trying to say goodbye to her? Teresa was catching up to her. It was starting to
Yeah.
catch up what Jackie did because Jackie tried to say goodbye to her, and Teresa's like, "Yeah, bye." And then
Well,
Jackie
and her lip did that thing when Teresa
yes,
was like, "I'll call you later." Her lip did that, like
I
that
know.
little, like you're gonna call me for what? And plus, well, that's what Teresa gets also because
Mhm.
Teresa made it apparent this season that she was using
Sitting there.
Jackie
Yep.
to get to get information on Marge and to have befriended the snake that was really the reason for everything that you're blaming this other
Yep.
woman for is
Yep.
that is so poetic. Actually,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It's a
It's
beautiful
like
Carmageddon moment to
it's
be
like
sitting next to the snake and you subpoenaed the other one that you thought was a snake.
yep. And then right, oh, you subpoenaed the wrong bitch. And then Louis puts out a response. He literally apologizes to the shit that he said about Marge. That's like, your apology means nothing, loser. Like, did you not? He
Yeah,
must have
short
thought it
bus
was.
shorty.
She
She's a
tried.
short bus shorty.
Yeah, she tried really hard to get that scene cut out about what Louis said. The part where Louis said all that shit about Marge.
Oh, did you see what Louis said in their they went out of the country
Yeah.
and then they posted a podcast today where Louis is talking about how Teresa's girls need to wear thongs and he'll be right behind them, telling
Ah,
them how nice they're. I sent it to you. I DM'd it to you
you did?
in your
Insta?
Instagram. It's
Oh,
in
let's pull it up.
Instagram. I DM'd you. And he's saying something so bizarre, like it's disgusting. And Teresa's just sitting there like, oh yeah, oh yeah. And he's like, yeah, they need to wear thongs and short skirts now while they're young, and I'll be right behind them. I was like,
What?
what? It's
What are
just
you
the
saying,
weirdest
my friend?
conversation. It's the weird. You saw it, Shay B? Did you see it, Shay B? Oh my God, he's so
I'll put up right now. Hold
disgusting,
on.
wearing notice
Oh,
pajamas,
oh my
saying
God, he just put
inappropriate things. He's starting to make me feel like he's a little Woody Harrelson. Like I'm like, are you gonna try to marry one of your stepdaughters,
yes.
dude?
Yep. Absolutely. All right. Oh, George. Oh, Lord. Okay.
Not Woody Harrelson. I'm sorry, Woody Allen. I love Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
I love Woody Harrelson. My bad. Correction, Woody Allen, not Woody
Woody
Harrelson.
Allen. Okay. All right, I got it. I'm gonna pull it up.
You saw it too, Smiley?
Oh
Erin,
God.
hi, Erin.
This is
It
so
was
bad.
so weird.
This
Oh
is
my
so
gosh. And then Andy went in on the comment. Yeah, this comment.
Was
So
Louis saying
bad.
that he hopes that Margaret's
Hear it?
child suffers.
And that to me is not Teresa, because Teresa has always been kind of
Don't
like,
bring the kids
don't
into
bring
it.
the kids. And again, Teresa's gone into the garbage like the rest of them. We've all been in the trash with these women, looking through each other's refuse. But children have always been of importance to these women, and they have never gone after each other's children. In the great words of Caroline Manzo.
Wait, hold on. Could you guys hear that? Uh-oh. Could you guys hear that? Hello?
I'm sorry, we can hear it. I'm sorry, I
Oh,
was
you
on
can?
mute.
Okay. Is that the only one that you sent me? Is it in here?
No, I sent you two. It's you don't
Okay.
have the other.
Okay. All right. Okay. I have to open it somewhere. Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, here it is.
Let me make sure.
I got
You all
it.
have to see this clip from Teresa's podcast. Louis and Teresa knew that clip was going to be shown on the finale on Sunday. So before they left for their 3-week trip overseas, they recorded an emergency podcast episode to be released today on purpose to kind of adjust the glare of the spotlight that's on them right now. It's not giving. Take a look.
Like we went to Greece last year. You know, you told your daughters, wear a thong.
What?
Do it now. Do it now. Because I didn't do it when I was young.
Yes.
Do it now. Experience it now. And then when they came out thongs, you're like, cool, you guys look fucking amazing.
Oh my
like,
God, they look so
but that's,
good.
you know, it's like, no,
Why is he
hey, girls,
talking?
fly. I'm one step behind you. That's what you always make your girls feel like.
What the fuck
Fly
are
it,
you on?
try it all.
Okay.
You know, nothing bad or anything like that. But I'm saying go to the club and dance, wear a thong, wear a short skirt, show your legs off a little bit because one of the they're the most proper girls I've ever met. But it's like experience it now.
Yeah, you're Don't come in my comments. No Louis apologists on this one.
No.
He's just praising Teresa for being a good mom. No, I get his point.
No.
Teresa should not be allowing any man that's not their father to speak about what
Yes.
her daughters
No.
are or are not wearing. Their father would never speak that.
No.
She was just sitting there. Oh yeah, that's so great. I molest my daughters. You go ahead and just look at them like that. Why would I mean? And then the statement about I'll be right behind them, like that is so weird.
That was disgusting, guys. That was the most disgusting thing. He is so disgusting. I don't need to hear any more of that. I don't care what context that was in. What are you saying? Like, what are you saying? If my stepdad said that shit, my stepdad's been my stepdad for 43 years, and I'm my biological dad. He would never say that shit. My dad would fucking kill him. And this motherfucker just got here. You just got here.
There seems to be a whole new breed of freaks that like 45 and his kids sexualizing their daughters and all of this. It seems to be apropos. Like it's just the super bored. These people are like doing this, acting like it's okay. It's not okay to sexualize your children. Okay, that's disgusting.
Stepchildren. Like daughters.
Isn't that giving Woody Allen? Isn't that totally giving Woody Allen?
Wow. It's what else is in that podcast? Because I mean, holy crap.
Right. And they let it air. Like they listened to that, went on vacation, and they were like, oh yeah, this is the one we're gonna put out while we're on vacation.
And you know what? I don't know why they're on vacation. They're gonna come home to she's gonna come home to a lot of shit that has like this is not good. Like her life is in the gutter. I don't think they're coming back. Everybody has ads commercials but them. He's like gross. Like, so you're gonna come back to what? You have no money. You grifted the car payment. You did the $100,000 for the car. You mortgaged out your house. Benivia probably is not paying you because they owe people money.
Yeah.
So you're gonna come home. You have no job. And I'm telling you that stuff about him poisoning her. I'm telling you, me and 2 other people have talked about that live in Jersey. And I'm telling you, that person went and said that because they believe it too. And I wouldn't say that. Another person, three other people that would not be saying this if they didn't really believe he would do that. Because he put all his eggs in the Bravo basket, and he doesn't have that any longer. So he's either going to unalive her and take I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to leave because grifters don't stay where they can't get any more money. He did the car already. He's mortgaged out the house. What else you got? You have them little things that they think that Teresa has $9.99. That's a grift. He takes their lead list. Those people never get anything for their $9.99 from her. There's like a link that doesn't even work. She got 40 grand off that. It's insane. It's called grifting. That's what grifters do when you don't have a job. When you fuck up your insurance, when you report your car stolen and you take the money and you don't pay it back, that's grifting. When you literally come up with a little $10, $9.99 to be on Teresa's good side or be on Teresa's like friend list or some shit. I don't fucking know. $9.99, but there's no link to it. It's like, do people not see like what is she going to come home to? Her life's falling apart. And like her kids probably don't, her kids are going to listen to this after he also said those pictures being sent to Melissa Feaster. Nobody's fucking with Melissa Feaster except for them, right? Who do you think sent those AI XXX pictures of the daughters of the girls?
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. That was bad. And all of a sudden, nobody's talking about it. All of a sudden, we're not hearing anything about it. I'm not forgetting. I don't forget. Like, I want to know who sent those pictures. Because if she knows he sent those pictures and does nothing, she knows now that how he feels about Marge. I'm pretty sure swearing on your 4 daughters, you know now that he actually did call her and threaten her son. You're not doing anything about that, Teresa. You know that Jackie's the one who like brought all this stuff into your life that you can't eat over. You're so stressed out, more stressed out than jail. But Jackie's okay. But it's okay that Jackie did it. You just hate Marge. For what? Why do you hate Marge so much? Marge was done with being a housewife that year. I told her to shut the fuck up. I'm like, Marge, stop. Get over it. We know. He was on the beach. We know. We saw it. We know. But she kept bringing it up.
Yeah, Elise.
It's like
Elise. Like, where is freaking Teresa's mom gene? Why is she so? What is in between her ears that this type of behavior is acceptable from this man that she's like going so hard. Teresa acts like a 10th grader trying to
No.
protect her boyfriend from the girl that she sees as major competition. She's
Yep.
so high school on every level. And
Yep.
it's just, I'm so glad if the show is really over and getting a reboot. I might watch a whole full season next time because Teresa alone has been like nails on a chalkboard for at least 3 seasons. I
It's
can't
horrible.
watch. I can't stand it. It's
It's
disgusting.
horrible.
The amount of gas that she lets off whenever she says anything. I'm like, I'm not the smartest person, but I'm smarter than that shit to believe the gas you're pushing, Teresa. And then
Yeah.
to always play the victim too. Like there's
Ugh.
this thing going on in housewife sphere where
Mhm.
you're the ultimate villain and you love flipping tables and you're that and then also the ultimate victim and everybody's picking on me and
Mhm.
and it's so bizarre. It's just like a sign of the times where you started this shit,
I
bitch.
know.
And
It's like,
now
what do
the
you think?
people that defend themselves against you don't have a right to defend themselves, but you have a right to defend yourself. Please, none of this shit would even be happening if
If it
you
wasn't
and
her.
Louis didn't start it.
Exactly. Nobody would have to give Vanessa if you didn't fucking tell everybody, you and Louis, because she was drunk with Louis when they told her to say Evan's a cheater, Evan's a cheater. The Evan shit, that was all that shit started. Jackie lost her mind over it. And then the stuff with Marge's son, all of it. She has done all of it. She calls
All
it.
of it.
Yes, everything that she says, hey, I miss you,
Hey
Manny.
guys.
Listen, what a joke, right, Manny?
Manny, I
What
watched.
happened?
What a
I
fucking joke this shit
watched
is.
the
Isn't this a joke?
episode.
Oh my god, you did curse? Okay. I
Yeah,
was
see, he knows I wasn't watching nothing. It was good. It was good.
What, Manny's
It was
episode?
such a good ending for the show.
oh yeah, the finale. Oof, it
Yeah.
was a
You think
lot.
it was though? We still have one. Listen, we still have them watching the finale, and more shit supposedly comes out.
Oh
As
my
much as
gosh.
yeah. So there's one where it's the reunion at Rails to go back and watch everybody basically see that Louis said the shit about March. That's the only thing
Yeah.
that people don't know about. But I want Teresa's questions. I have these questions. What broke in you and when? Why do you think you had to just? Why did you do all this stuff? Like,
Mhm.
why did you lie and then lie on camera the whole season
The
when we
whole
have the truth?
season. And then she's, like you just pointed out, she's been lying even in the confessionals after knowing what came out during the season about Jackie being the Judas. And
And
she's still like, oh, so much is going to come out about Marge.
and guess
I'm
what?
like, oh my
Who the fuck?
gosh.
Who are you to tell you can't tell people who they're allowed to be friends with? Again, who cares if they talk to Vanessa? You're not friends
Yeah.
with these people, Teresa. So who gives a fuck? You cannot tell people who they can and cannot be friends with.
Mm-hmm.
So even if she did, why the fuck you're not you're not the friend police, Teresa. You're not the friend police that goes around telling people, oh Marge, you were friends with Vanessa. Well, you were fucking around with Marge's life.
Yeah.
So you also talked to her best friend, remember? Laura
Mhm.
Lee, loser Laura Lee. So again, Teresa, what the fuck do you have to say for yourself? And if these questions don't get answered, I don't want to watch it. I want to know why she thought that this was going to work. And why, what are you going to do about it, Teresa? Are you going to not be friends with Jackie because you destroyed Marge's life over something that she didn't even do? And again, you can't tell people who the friends they can be friends with, who they can talk to.
Right.
They can talk
We're
to
in
any.
America because she could be friends with whoever.
You can
She
be friends
doesn't
with
have
Laura
to do
Lee.
nothing.
She promised Laura Lee all this entire season. Talked to Laura Lee. Promised her that she'd be allowed to walk on in front of the camera and confront Marge. Teresa promised Laura Lee this.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you going to say, Laura Lee? I fucked you over. I'm your best friend. Nobody wants you. It would be a joke. She's going to walk in rails and confront Marge. That was what she was supposed to do.
Has
Ooh.
the Jen Fessler lady been leaving all the toxic, negative situations the entire? Because she seemed like
No,
the only sane person in the room. She was
no.
like, I do not even want to be associated with this.
She was
Y'all eat
Jackie.
your herbs. I gotta go.
She was Jackie. She was Jackie in the very beginning. She was acting just like
Really?
Jackie, right, Manny?
Well, yes, at the beginning, she was kind of pissing us off a little bit because it looked like she was a little wishy-washy, but I'm glad she came to her senses and she didn't drink the Teresa Kool-Aid. So she's good. She's good.
What
Okay.
else? What else? What else? What do you have to say about
And I
Jackie?
feel for Joe, I had put it in the comments. Poor Joe Gorga. I love the Gorgas. I don't know
Yeah.
why everybody is so anti Melissa and Joe,
I
because
don't know who
what
is.
I've been seeing since day one is Teresa's maniacal. I want to be the only pretty one in the room. I want to
Mhm.
be the only shiny thing. And trying to stop a bag for other family members is like crazy to me. Why wouldn't you want your entire family living well? Like,
Right?
what is the problem? And why to this day? She just called Melissa a whore again. Like she started with, you were a stripper and you were a stripper. And now she's like, you're a whore. And we're like so many seasons later, and there's no proof of this. So it's basically defamation against your blood of your aunties. I mean, of your little, your nieces and nephews.
Yep.
And I'm just like, it's just a lot. It's a lot. And it's not good TV to me because in real life, I don't deal with people like that. And I'm pretty sure, like in real life, she wouldn't even be dealing with her like that.
Sister. 100%.
Like this, she did all this for TV.
I know. And where did it get her in the end? She lost her. She ruined that. It is so sad to me that like Joe is basically more. He's got him more than his sister because even if they forgave, like even if you forgave a few different things with Louis, she said a lot of shit that had nothing to do with Louis about little
Right.
Joey not being theirs.
Call my wife a whore.
Called
Yeah.
my wife a whore. Tried to get me to leave my wife. Fuck off, Teresa. You are going to live a bitter old life by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
She learned nothing. The fact that she sat there and said it's okay for Jackie. Jackie's the one who did this. And why would you be friends with Teresa? Because another one, Jim promised her to be full-time housewife if she was friends with Teresa. Teresa dropped her the second that dinner was over. She doesn't need her anymore.
Yeah.
Margaret's already
She's such a user.
Yep.
Is that when the show started? Was 2009? So she's been calling her a
Yep.
whore and a
Maybe like
stripper
10
since
years,
2009.
Yep.
Wow.
A long ass time.
Wow.
A stripper and a cheater. First it's Kim D's and she's a stripper. Kim D even fucking is that now that they're friends though.
Didn't
And
they physically bring a man on one time? And he was like, oh yeah, she used to work at the club for
Yes.
me. And her
Yes.
name was Sparkles Galore or something like
Yes.
that.
Kim D had that guy there at the Posh Fashion Show and had him confront Melissa on camera and fucking said it to Teresa. Teresa looks at her and goes, well, did you? Were you a stripper? Shut the fuck up. And anyway, if you have family secrets, you're the last motherfucker that should be talking about it. You're my sister. Who are you to let out family secrets if there is any?
If there is any.
Who the fuck is it to talk about it? Like, why would you say shit that it's even if it's not true? If that's even worse. But you're the last bitch that should be talking about your sister-in-law. You know what I mean? You get other people to do it. Well, we know you do that now. Kim D, fucking Danielle. Danielle's like, you used me. And Danielle's like, you knew about it? Melissa's like, yeah, I knew about it. Oh, I was trying to get Jackie ahead of it. No, you didn't, because you didn't even tell Jackie. You told the party about Evan.
Yeah, that part. Like she's sitting down at the party, whispering to people, oh, he gets down at the gym. Oh, he gets down. And then was like, I was just trying to bring it to her attention so she could deal. But you didn't bring it to her attention. It's just the lies and the gaslighting.
You told her family. You told her entire family he was a cheater. People you didn't even know.
Who do you guys think was the MVP of that whole situation? Who do you guys give? Because you guys watched the whole season. Who do you give MVP to? Who would you like to see continue? Who do you think needs to go as like New Jersey connoisseurs? Like,
well, I'm gonna have to give MVP to the Marge. The Marge did a great job because all season she was getting attacks left and right from these psychos known as Louis and Teresa and Jackie. And the way she was able to fold them, I mean, Teresa had a whole meeting with her dumb attorney, and Marge sends over a funeral flower thing. Like, I think Marge did a great job.
That was hilarious.
She's also sent. Remember, she also sent the text message to Dolores at the party, like real time, so we could see it all.
That was
yes, that was good.
Like she's got it, like, and like she did. She took a lot of heat. The what he said, calling her garbage. She's garbage. I hate her. Fuck like Louis, really? Like that's the same fucking person that was screaming about the wedding. How Joe Gorga. That's the same psycho that came out and showed himself. See, that's the problem with him. He literally. I'm sorry, guys. He literally he gives himself away every time he tells on himself.
Yeah. Well, I was disgusted by him when he said, I hope she suffers. I hope her son suffers. I mean, you already harassed this guy
Yes.
already, and you still want him to suffer? And you know what? A lot of people are saying, no, it was Louis, not Teresa. At this point, I blame Teresa as well because he is a representation of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're at this point, they're equally yoked. They
Yep.
are one of the same. No wonder they got married, and she put 10,000 bobby pins in her hair because she knew she was going to need him later to hold the rest of her life together when he finishes blowing it up.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Brent. Hey,
Hey.
Aaron.
Hey.
So let me ask you guys, whose side are you on? All right, this is for Brendan and Aaron, or Brendan, if you probably didn't, maybe if you didn't watch it, but so at the very beginning, whose side are you on with Margaret and Dolores? Aaron.
Excuse me for 1 second.
Margaret.
Definitely Margaret, right?
I actually believe her because, yeah, 100% Margaret.
Well, remember, okay, so in
she
season
definitely
13,
didn't seem like she was lying, and she didn't seem like it was even a big deal to her.
well, listen, season 13 reunion, I remember it coming up and Andy saying you had a meeting and looked at Dolores and said, did you go or did you know about this? And Dolores said, yeah, but I didn't go. So I remember I could not find it, but I will have to watch all
thought that too.
Yes. So Dolores, you're going to see where you were knew about it. You said I knew, but and I thought to myself, why didn't she go? I remember that clearly. So Dolores screaming like that.
I understood why she didn't go at the time, but to say you didn't know about it seemed weird to me. First of all, Margaret seems like the type she's gonna dig. When she's gonna go dirty, she's going dirty. She's gonna invite everybody. She doesn't seem like she's one that I'm gonna do behind closed doors. Which is why the stuff with Louis never made any sense to me, because I was like, no, if Marge is gonna do it, she's gonna let you know she did it. She's dirty that way. And I'm not saying like she's innocent. I'm saying she is dirty, but she lets you know what she's dirty about.
All she did wrong was bring his thing up. When I remember we kept on who started on me and Aaron every week, it was like, Marge, stop it. 3 weeks in a row, it was Marge and Teresa. And I kept saying, I'm on Teresa's side because she's told her 4 or 5 times to stop talking about Louis. But again, this was, she was trying, this was very, very beginning Louis. That's all. And then we have all this time that goes by. But back then, that's when Vanessa was meeting with Jackie. So she's hated Margaret this whole time over something that Jackie did.
But I agree with Aaron. I believe Marge. I do think she invited Dolores. But why did Dolores get so mad? I don't get it.
I'm gonna find a clip of her fucking admitting that she knew about it.
That was a little bit too much.
Too much. I wouldn't listen. Me and my friends fight, but over that, if we would scream at each other, but it would be something serious, not over something. I would say, look, okay, you believe your thing. I believe my reality. We'll talk about it later. Why would you scream at each other? I would get upset with my friend if they did. You know what I mean? I would be more like, okay, Aaron, like, obviously you believe yourself. If you believe you know what I mean? There's obviously a miscommunication. We'll find out that, you know what I mean? We can, because it's on tape. I'm pretty sure. Right. I'm pretty sure Andy looked at Dolores and said, were you there or did you know about it?
Yeah.
I thought there was some conversation. I think it was on when Dolores went on Watch What Happens Live.
Ooh.
He was like, what about these things? And Dolores was like, oh, we do that all the time. There was no big deal. I could swear she said something, and it made me feel like she was aware of it.
She was.
Which I don't remember her saying, oh yeah, Marge called me. But I remember her stating it in a way that she was aware of what was taking place and it wasn't that big of a deal. So
sure,
that reaction where her veins popped out of her forehead and out of her neck like that, and like her spray tan was peeling on that big vein in her forehead because it got so big. And she was like, you're a liar, you're a cunt. I was like, oh, this is kind of overreaction.
I was
was like too much.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
Totally alleged. I think, and Dolores is one of my favorites, so this.
Me too.
But I think Dolores has been playing the season like I am an equalizer. I never get in the dirt. And I feel like when Marge said that, she didn't want the portrayal of I get in the dirt kind of thing, because she's been playing it hard this season that I'm Switzerland, like harder than she's ever played it in the past. So I think she didn't want to break her storyline. Like she said, I'm Switzerland and I'm dating Irishmen. Isn't that her tagline or something?
Well, she's the one who asked Marge, why didn't you invite me? She should have said nothing. No. Why did you even, you're the one who brought it up, Dolores. Why didn't you invite me? She did invite you because I'm telling you, somebody asked her, either it was Andy at the reunion or watch on, she said, yeah, I'm telling you, more. Teresa was screaming, they had a meeting to take me down. And Andy goes, did you? And they're like, yeah. And she looks at Dolores and said, did you know about this? And like, she said, yeah, but I didn't go. Pretty sure maybe it was on Watch What Happens Live last year, but there was no reason for her to get that angry. I mean, it was ridiculous. If she just had a long day and she just left loser Teresa's, why are you not screaming at Teresa? I want her to scream at Teresa like that.
Like if you're trying to keep everybody Switzerland and you're neutral, but you don't have the biggest fire hazard in the room, Teresa, ever take accountability for anything, then what are you really Switzerland about? Because you're just letting this confusion go on.
If you're going to yell at Marge in front of everybody, you need to yell at Teresa. Because I always say, I'm pretty sure Dolores tells Teresa behind closed doors when she's wrong. I don't believe that any longer.
I don't believe it.
No, I don't believe that any longer.
No. And as soon as Dolores opens her mouth, she knows that it's done with her and Teresa. The second Dolores calls Teresa out for something, it's going to be done. And I hope she does it this week. If she doesn't do it this week coming up, knowing that she sees now she's seen Louis say, I want Marge, she's garbage, I want her dead. Da, 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 da. All the shit that he said on camera, I don't care if you apologize for it. Now, Dolores, you have seen him say shit. You know that he's done these things. So you cannot play Switzerland. You can't play Switzerland when it's so unevenly fucking. It's so like this. How can you be here when it's so like this? We're friends like that. So much shit. There's nothing over on this side and everything over here. And you're going to say, oh, it's even. We're good. Everybody does this stuff. No, nobody does what you're doing. No. Nobody has done. And don't forget, Dolores, she told everybody we have Melissa's old news that you cheated on David. Dolores, Teresa said, I want Marge to get in trouble for this, but I'm going to hold on to this. In her own writing, she cheated on David. Okay, Dolores, what is wrong with you? Why are you going to scream like a maniac like you just did? You're maniac. Fucking, that was uncalled for.
Does
Dolores
anybody
never dealt with her for saying that?
Huh?
Dolores never dealt with her for saying that she cheated on David?
Nope.
Not yet.
Nope.
Is Dolores, because Dolores seems like a bad bitch to me. Like she's the cop, so you know she could take her down with a half Nelson or whatever. And she's acting like she's scared. Why does she always defer to Teresa? Does Teresa really have something on Dolo that she goes low for Trey? I mean, I'm like,
you know what she has on her? That she cheated on David. That's what she has on Dolores.
It must be true.
Oh, I wonder. I have some different perspective this year because Jackie switched sides and stuff. I do wonder how much Dolores and stuff are kissing up to Teresa to stay on the show, and will they be friends if they're not on the show?
That's the wrong person to kiss up to. Everybody had sponsors and ads.
But everybody thinks that it's Teresa holding them on, and I love Dolores. But Dolores sometimes is kind of boring, and it is amazing she has stayed on the show as long as she has. I love her, but she's not the most exciting. So
not at all.
Well, listen, if we get rid of Teresa, we can focus on everybody else's life. Because I'm obsessed with the Catanias in their life. I'm obsessed with how they all hang out. Brittany and Frank. Frank will come back if he's gone.
But Frank is interesting. Yes. And the kids are someone interesting. Dolores herself.
Dolores is not. I agree.
Yeah, I do wonder now, looking from a different perspective, has she? Frank wasn't involved as much in the show, so if she had made Teresa mad and producers mad this year, she didn't have Frank, the one that everybody seemed really interested in. Was she worried about her job like Jackie was?
Because it was kind of weird. Dolores was like, "Oh, Marge," every time a little thing. Oh, Marge, you didn't say that part. Like, why are you going after her for the littlest things? And by this time, I'm pretty sure they've all seen the receipt because we're filming right at the end of probably October-ish. And Melissa's Old News started bringing stuff out before that, but nobody was paying attention because the show wasn't airing. So all this was even coming out before. But as soon as it started airing, it's like, okay, so everything aired. She's seen everything in the blogs. So now we're going to go to this. Well, they already filmed the reunion thing. She's going to have to fucking call Dolores out. She's got to call Teresa out. There's no other way to not. And Andy's going to have to say to Dolores, what are you doing? What are you not? Why are you screaming at Marge, but you're not going to scream at Teresa for calling her a fucking liar? For lying to your face?
So crazy.
It's
I agree
but
JB,
I am.
just simply, and Mamere, you guys are all on it. Dolo can go.
Oh, see,
I love Dolores.
I do too,
but
but
I
I do
do.
stop with Teresa.
I need her to be more real a little bit with Teresa and stuff. I see her being real with Marge. I think that was a real reaction with Marge because she didn't want Marge to say that. And maybe Marge wasn't supposed to, and so she was really mad. We've seen her get mad at Melissa. We've seen her get mad at Joe Gorga. But we don't see her get mad at Teresa.
Never.
And that's not real. If that's your personality, then that should be your personality. I'm starting to.
We're all about being right, about the right and people's wrongs, and you're for what's right, what's wrong. What fucking Teresa's done for years is wrong. And I've always said, you know what, Dolores, I get it. You're loyal. You say shit behind closed doors. You don't call her out in public. I used to do the same thing. I protected Maureen. You guys, how much I protected Maureen, my best friend. Yeah. And I to the point where it's fucked me up. And people are like, how can you? But behind closed doors, you best bet I'm telling her about herself. And I'm telling her this shit's got to end. You know what I mean? But I would never embarrass her on camera. I would never scream. Knowing, I'm pretty sure you did know about it, Dolores. And in the confessionals, Marge was like, I did tell her. I believe Marge. And if you screamed at me like that, Jen Fessler, I do give her props for finally being normal and not wanting to be around the toxicity and the fighting. I do not blame Danielle for going after Jen Aiden. I wish she would have actually punched her in the face.
Yeah. Okay. Can we talk a little bit about Jennifer Aiden, please?
Yeah. Go ahead. What do you think?
I can't stand her. I don't want to see her ever again in my life.
Me neither. She's
horrible. She's deplorable. And how dare she talk about another woman's husband's body like that? Has anyone noticed that she has a pattern of going after, when she has a problem with a woman, she goes after their husbands? She goes after Joe Gorga.
Bill had the same surgery, by the way. Bill,
come on now. Exactly. It's disgusting. And I know we're supposed to be against violence, but I'm sorry, I did not feel bad with that Danielle did that.
Me neither. Listen, she called her a clown when she walked in. She called her a clown. She said, "You're jealous of me. I have all the money that you don't, and you just want to be me. And your husband's this." Bill sleeps in the pool house. He's had the same surgery, and nobody cares about having money. We really don't. I mean, listen.
Every episode, Jennifer shows us why Bill cheated on her.
Yeah, right there.
Probably still.
Right there.
No.
Still.
No. Yes.
No. There's never an excuse for cheating. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's just too far, even for me. No.
I feel like okay, when this show started, I liked their relationship because I thought they finally were maybe having fun together. The show gave him stuff to do. We got to see, his personality came out, but then he got to really see who his wife really is. And that's the part that I feel bad about, because she would be a good housewife if it wasn't Jersey, if it didn't translate onto real life. The other shows don't really do that. This translates over to real life. And it's in Nate and Danielle's house, you can see that house full of love.
Yeah.
You see that
when they were with their kids doing the pumpkins and everything.
I love it. I want them to see. They got commercials. They all got ads. And guess what? There's an event on the 17th and the 27th with 3 of the housewives that we're going to: Rachel, Danielle, and Melissa. Why would they have a housewife event if they're not coming back?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's really, to me, it's sad that it's like you say all the time, Krista punished the class because of 2 clowns. Yeah. If they were to get rid of Teresa and Melissa, the show could still continue if they brought some new people. So it's kind of sad that they're willing to get rid of the whole show because they don't want to get rid of those toxic too.
You cannot recast in Jersey.
Melissa is not toxic.
Not Melissa, no.
No, we're talking about Teresa and Jennifer.
Teresa and Jennifer.
Yeah, but you said Melissa, so I was like, wait, no, not my girl.
The slumber party at Rachel's was fun. I can handle that every week. That kind of fun. Marge and Jennifer Aiden didn't have. I forgot they were even there together. Think about it. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
Can we give Jennifer a little bit of props though at that lunch, whatever that was? Well, Melissa goes to Jennifer, "Are you seeing this?" And Jennifer's like, "Yeah, it was all Jackie." She was Jennifer real, at least.
Because she hates Jackie and she knew something was fucked up. She's like, no, let her say it. Let her say it.
Yeah, I think she was waiting for something to drop, but
she noticed.
I don't think she was. But she figured that all out too. She was like, then nothing was Marge. It really all was. And she didn't like Marge either still. It's not like she's like, I want to be best friends with Marge now.
Well, you know what? Like, and also, her comments about the
She
plumber.
just didn't think.
Who cares if somebody
Again
Marge's
with the
fault?
plumber. Yeah, you're right.
the plumber, the valet? Oh, your husband parks cars for a living. Why do you care? Your husband steals his money. So what the fuck, Teresa? You're a thief and a grifter, and you can't produce any fucking bank statement, or I'm sorry, you can't produce a W-2 that you work. After now, you're done. You're fired. No offense.
Did you notice that they cut out the scene of the on the trailer where they're fighting about their finances? Louis and Teresa.
Yeah. Yep. And I also the part, like, I never saw the part where he says, I'm trying to be a better man outside, and she's like, shh, shh. And the son was there. I don't even know what that was about. I'm telling you, she's sick because of him. She's stressed out because of him. She doesn't see that this all started when he came around. He destroyed her life. She's just as bad as him, obviously, because her and Jim are like the little, like, I don't even know what that was about. Like, he wants to be a housewife, but the fact that you brought Jackie in, Laura, you promised Laura Lee, Jim, you don't even go here. How can you promise people jobs? Like, you have to go with Teresa. We have to flip Kim D. So you admit to using Kim D. You admit to using Jackie again. You probably are using Jacqueline, obviously. So it's like, I don't believe you, Teresa. Like, your husband steals his money. Listen, I'll fuck a plumber all day long instead of being with somebody who grifts like you do. You can never depend on where your money's coming from with him. How can you live peacefully and not know where your next dollar is coming from? You know what I mean? He stole the $100,000 to pay her car off and never paid it. I would fucking divorce him if that happened. I would look at my husband like he's nuts. I'd be like, what drugs the fuck are you on? How dare you not pay my car off and then tell me the money, and he has all this money. No, he doesn't. He grifted that money. That went fast. Then he took $4 million out on the house. That's all gone. They owe $4 million. They do not have, it's all mortgaged out, allegedly. It's all mortgaged out. So he's done. Where else is he getting his money? If she gets fired, life insurance is all they have left. So the person that thinks it's poisoner, I think he is too, allegedly. I would not put it past him. Then what? You get a life insurance, and then what? You go to prison, or you don't get caught, and then you still don't have any money. Like, I just don't get it. Get a fucking job, dude. Get a fucking job. You cannot tell people, oh, you park cars for a living. You need to go park some cars. You need to make some real money, my friend.
Right. At least it's some honest money, not
right.
Like him.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're stealing. Your company is stealing from people. The company that you have a fucking $25,000 office in California. You're going to go sit in your office and do what, Louis? Not pay the people that you owe money to? Like the, you know? Like, how does she sit there and say this shit? It's like, it's beyond me. How she, like, if they don't fucking call her out, like, she'll scream. What happens with Teresa? Did you notice? You can't have a conversation about what she's done. Look what she does. They tried calling her out, and she's like, fucking in it. She gets up and leaves. She calls Melissa. It's like, I'm not fucking in it. She gets louder and louder. And it's like, it's not about what you've asked her. When did you break? What broke in you, Teresa? Why are you so mad? Like, all these questions. Like, why did you think going behind people's back? Exactly, Dina. Thank you. You go behind people's back. We see you do it. We see it in your DMs. They are yours, Teresa. They're not made up. Nobody has to believe Melissa's old news, Gabrielle. We don't have to believe her. We don't know her. She has receipts. She has proof of what you've done. So there's your proof. We have proved that you have you are Teresa Von Teese. That's who you are. And you did it to your fucking sister, your in-law, your brother, your family members, your best friends. You don't have anybody on the show, dude. Jackie's done. You're going to be friends with Jackie. That's a joke. Jen Fessler, she's like, thinks you're fucking psychotic. Jen Fessler's like, I want nothing to do with you people. She's probably going to be next on the hit list. I'm telling you, he has like a burn book. That's who Louis is. You hate Margaret for fucking saying some shit on camera that, like, just another housewife would have said if you did it, if she didn't. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You have a video out of you screaming like a. Can we watch it? We should watch that video. He looks crazy.
Geriatric Lord of the Flies.
Right? I don't mind going to a beach and going to a retreat for somebody that, like, wants to, raise their vibration or some shit, or, like, get rid of your dark night of the soul. But you did it twice. You didn't learn shit, dude. You learned nothing. And now you're doing it to everybody else. You're doing it to Teresa, screaming at her about Marge's garbage. And then you screamed last year about how her brothers, you're not going to share a camera flash with Joe Gorga. Motherfucker, you just got here. You don't know shit. You don't have reasons. You haven't even known these people long enough to hate them. You know what I mean? Like, I hate him. And I don't hate anybody, but I really hate Louis. And I can't stand her either. She single-handedly has ruined the show. Because if it
I
wasn't,
love that comment you just had up.
yeah, I know, and I think they might keep her just to see how the train wreck ends. I do.
It's a good point. I mean, I don't think Teresa should stay. I don't think it's healthy for her.
No,
But I am curious where this is going. But
exactly, they're going to come home from this $300,000 trip they just took to go watch Marcello get married. The wife stole all the money. Do you know how much it costs to have a wedding in Switzerland? A lot. Probably what he owes the party housewife chick. Probably just about that. The investors, they were supposed to have a meeting. Nothing. No calls, no phone numbers, nothing. Investors aren't getting their money. So you're going to come home. He has no job. You probably have no job. Where's the money going to come from? What are you going to grift next? You going to steal and get another car stolen? Are you going to, I don't know, you're going to buy a car and steal it? Like, what are you going to do? Your daughters are wearing thongs. Oh my God, I can't. I cannot. How dare him say that? He was, and guess what? That clip, he's fucked up in that clip. He is fucked up. He is on some shit. There is no way that he's not drunk and not on cocaine, allegedly. He really
definitely
did.
allegedly. I don't know that he. Some people don't need to take anything. I don't think he is on anything. That's
No,
my
he is.
opinion. I just think he's not a good person.
Yeah, he's not.
I
But I'm
can't
telling
tell
you, he's on
because the stays
cocaine.
so red.
He's a raging cocaine. All right, listen, he's definitely an alcoholic. He has high blood pressure. This is coming from somebody that was engaged to him. I can't say her name. He definitely does the pasta because Melissa's old nose watched it. And he doesn't say he got Teresa. I don't think Teresa does, but they have suspected that she's on Xanax or something. I would have to be too to be with him. I was almost on Xanax for Louis, and I'm not married to him.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being on those drugs. On that, that's a prescription drug, and if it's controlled by the doctors, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with any of it.
I mean, anybody can have some issues. I think the redness might be because he's so hyper, and I do worry. Like, I hope that he has a good doctor. I don't think he's on anything. Like he might drink. I think they all drink when they're on cameras, probably too much. But
listen, my dad.
Sorry, I don't think he's doing anything because
my dad
I think he would catch it.
My dad is Irish and Puerto Rican, just like him. The same state, high blood pressure and alcoholic. My dad gets as red as Louis. I'm telling you,
Yeah, I could see the alcoholism.
He should not be allegedly doing the cocaine that he does.
I don't think he is.
Melissa's old nose. She literally said he screamed at her at Teresa's house, and she was like, she cried. She was like literally crying about it. But there's nothing. Listen, I'm not against anybody that does drugs either. Do drugs all day long. Don't be a liar, a thief. Don't do the shit you do. If you can't handle it, then don't do it. I don't tell anybody to stop doing drugs. You do whatever you want. I listen. I was an addict. I had a lot of issues. I self-medicated. I'm not against drugs. I'm against when you can't fucking like you literally act like you do, lie, steal, beat people up, go to fight. You know what I mean? Like if you can't handle it, if you can't even afford it, Louis, you can't even really afford it at this point. I don't know how he's gone this long. And me and Dana had this conversation. And how, if he was this horrible person, how did he make it this long? You know why? Because he wasn't on a fucking platform. He didn't have all these eyes on him that he does now. He cannot do the same fuck shit that he did before the show. Because now the show has got eyes on him and he's got sleuths after him. That's why he's made it this long, being who he is. He showed us who he is. And you can't act like that when you have a platform like he does. He's got the number one on the number one show in the country, basically, reality show. With the number one person in the country and in the franchises is Teresa, besides Jackie or besides Vicky. If you really think about it, she's a legend, but she ruined it, and he ruined it. He took all of it and got so ahead of himself. He tells on himself. He told us about the pajamas. He told us that he went after Marge. He told us that he fucking literally does the booger woof in the Rue La La parking lot. He told us, I'm winning in No-No's pajamas.
Oh, speaking of legends, so I watched the Watch What Happens Live after the episode with Dolores, right? Just to see what she would say. Yeah. Obviously, she didn't say nothing. But the guest that was there, the guy, Andy asked him, like, who are your most iconic housewives? And the guy said Nene Leakes in front of Andy, and y'all should have seen Andy's face.
Yo, really, Danny?
Yeah.
I like Danny Pellegrino.
I love that he said that, though, because, like,
that's excellent.
We're not going to just erase history. We're not just going to
Didn't he, like, kind of call Dolores out a little bit, too, Danny? And say, wait, didn't da-da-da-da or something like that?
Yeah, he was asking some reasonable questions, and she was kind of getting a little
because
rude.
He's calling her out. Because Danny does what we do. He's a podcaster. He's one of the originals. I can't believe that he would put Danny Pellegrino on with Dolores, knowing that Danny calls people out. That's what I forget what it's called. He has a podcast. I forget what it's called, but like he was one of the first people besides Ryan Bailey that I listened to. So I know that his opinions are strong. So I mean, I think that Andy kind of does want Teresa to be called out too, though. So
Yeah, she needs to.
Yeah.
I mean, can you believe the irony when she told Danielle, "Don't get physical"? Like, really?
I know. Don't get physical. He literally is talking shit about. I can't. This is why. Listen, there is a reason why I stopped hanging out with my friends, with people, because I can't control myself when people act like that. I left Caroline's because of shit like that. Because I'm literally like, look at you motherfuckers. Not these guys, but 6 degrees of separation. Do the math. My ex-best friend, I'm like, you're such a fucking piece of shit. Fuck this. I can't believe I fucking talked to you again. You guys are pieces of fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I got up and fucking left, which was a bad. I should have did it because I hit my head and I was by myself. But listen, I'm not going to say this is why I don't have friends. This is why I cut them all out of my life. This is the absolute truth. It's not because they do drugs and shit. It's because they fucking act like this. They fucking lie, steal. They say dumb shit. I can't do it. I can fuck up all by myself. I don't need you to be who you are. You can do drugs, but you're not going to lie and steal. You're homeless. No, I'm not. That's not my life. Like, I'm sorry. It sounds judgy. Like, I did the drugs for a very fucking long time. I self-medicated because I had issues. I have mental issues. And I feel bad for people that have to self-medicate like I did. It's really hard to stay sober. But I watch people do it on Bravo all the time. But Louis, I'm sorry, Erin. I know she gets mad. He's not. Whatever. But that's not our business anymore because hopefully he's not coming back. We have one more episode for Teresa to be called out for her fuck shit. And if Andy and them, actually, Andy wasn't even there. I don't know who runs this reunion. I have no idea. Does anybody know? Because I don't. It's not Lou. It's not Andy. Somebody needs to say to her, we've broken you and when. Why did you think you could ruin their season? We have proof that you did everything you did. This is disgusting.
They won't. They won't because
you're right.
They're going to watch the finale 2 separate rooms. One of them will be Teresa and Jennifer, and then the other one will be everybody else. But and Dolores will take turns going from room to room. Oh, she'll go with Teresa and Jennifer, and then she'll go with the other ones.
I'm surprised too that she did that. Why you at this point you have seen what Louis said. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe they all didn't see it until the last minute, like they did with Vanderpump. But if this is something like Vanderpump, if Andy wasn't there, who was running the reunion? I hope.
Well, that's another thing. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I think there should have been a reunion.
Me too.
There should have, because you know what? That woman, Jennifer Aiden and Teresa, they needed to answer to what they did with this whole social media stuff. They needed to have their feet held to the fire. So no reunion.
I know. And I like, we're going to talk about what happened at Rails. We can talk about what happened at Rails, but we're also going to talk about Teresa's. We got to talk about what happened all season, all the things that came out aggressively. Why are we going to just forget? And if they're going to end if they're going to end Jersey altogether and not get any closure for her, she doesn't get to skate off. It'll make me mad. She gets to, like, literally not get called out. People call her out on social media, and you get attacked. I'm like, I'm being logical, Teresa. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Why do you hate your brother so much? Why did you send screeners out? Like, why did you think you could do all this? You want to be a housewife, that's great. You had your position, but you lost it. Like, if you ask me, she was fine until he came around. I would not even be mad about the Von Teese shit if she came clean about it and said, I just hate all you people. Like, just don't lie and say you like people. Just say, I hate everybody, and that's it. And Louis, you think everybody's a piece of shit and they're garbage and nobody has the money that you have? Okay, great, then bye. If you don't need this money, then what are you doing? You know, I know he wrote to the 4-year camp. I can't imagine. I mean, really, the letter he wrote, I'm sure it was, he goes from telling everybody that he was the problem, he had to go get help, to 2 months after he's with Teresa going, I had a toxic ex. So right there, then I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker is, oh my God, he really is this. He just blamed it on his ex. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh shit, we got to watch this guy. Oh my God. And he said that, I was like, oh, wow. So now he turns around and he starts. Hey, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Gail. Thanks everybody for stopping in. This is crazy, y'all. Like, a minute 42. I've said the same thing week after week, every time with Jersey. I don't know what else to say. I cannot deal with Teresa any longer. It's like pathetic. She doesn't deserve our watch any longer. She doesn't. It's not fun when it's like ruined. Like, we knew everything before it even came on because of her. because she needed to be called out. Because if we didn't see what Melissa's old nose had, this would have went a whole different way for her. Probably. We would have had people fucking believe it. I would have never believed Teresa was behind this. I have been blaming I hate this thing. I've been blaming Louis this entire time. And meanwhile, it's her and the lawyer and Janita.
And
And
you know what I believe? I truly believe this. If Louis were to like screw up with her life and everything, and she was like in the streets,
he has.
I guarantee you that Joe would be right there to help her at the end of the day.
His face, like, oh man, when Melissa and him were talking in that episode, in that scene, and she's like, "Do you want me to handle this? Like, do you want me to work things out with your sister?" He said, "No, it's over." Like his face, I could see in his face that like he's done. And then but Teresa, did you see what Teresa said when Louis asked Teresa? She said, "I'd never say never. Never say never about Joe." I'm like, really, Teresa? She's like, I'll never say never, but babe, I'm done. Why though, Teresa? What did they do?
Didn't she receive backlash because she did say never before?
Yes, yeah, but people never believe her. Listen, at this point, I have cut off my sister for just about the same fucked up shit, and I don't see a reason to ever speak to her again. I just don't. There is no. You don't like me. You obviously, and you know what I mean. Like Melissa, Teresa obviously does not like her brother or like Melissa because you wouldn't be able to do the things you did to them. You know, he's very defeated. I feel so bad for him. Thank God. But like, if they're off the show, then we don't have to deal with all this shit. And maybe we have a real season. Because if we get rid of the ladies, we get rid of the house husbands. Why do we want that? I don't want to get rid of them. I like them getting together, but they couldn't do it this season because of Teresa and Louis. Because you have to invite everybody, I guess. I don't know. They had one guy's night, and poor John had an allergic reaction. I'm allergic to lobsters too. I'm allergic to seafood too. With John, I get it. Louis' name comes up. He had an allergic reaction. Did you see that? And he doesn't really even have it. Like he doesn't even really have like little Louis' name comes up, and literally John has he had an allergic reaction. So he's got to go. I'm allergic to seafood. He's obviously allergic to seafood. How can you have a show if you can't talk about that guy? If he's part of the show, you know what I mean? So I can't find my answer.
Right. Do you think that the show will
keep?
Is a reboot good enough?
Yes.
Is the legacy over?
Not a reboot. We cannot punch the whole class for those two clowns. Think about it. We had just enough. We had a great time at the slumber party. There was a slumber party a week before this, Larja. Everybody was there but Teresa. The people even that were fighting were there at Rachel's slumber, and they had a blast. And it was
in
fun
real life. In real life, not on the show.
No, on the show. Yeah, on the show.
On the show.
I think was it Rachel? I think Rachel did it. Like she wanted a slumber party, and even though they had some issues within them, they had fun.
They had a good time. Nice. I can deal with that, but I do think Jennifer, you should go. But
yeah, she has to. She has to.
Jennifer and Teresa, if they left, I would watch.
Exactly, and that's what everybody keeps saying.
We both need to be gone.
You know how many content creators said to me, "Oh, I don't watch it this season because it's too toxic." That breaks my heart because I know that. And you know what I mean? And they think it's all Melissa Teresa. It's not. It's all Teresa. This was all about Marge.
When people who grew up on Jerry Springer say that it's too much, it's too freaking much.
We're fucking Jersey. Jersey. But like we got, honestly, Teresa in real life, she needs her ass beat. But that's just me. But that's not going to happen because we're all adults and we don't do that stuff. But you're not going to be in my space. I don't listen. I'm sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I'm going to be honest. I'm not too thrilled about a total reboot because, I'll watch it, but listen, I watched the New York reboot and it was kind of boring,
Annie, New Jersey is the size of LA County. Do you think you're going to reboot it with Jersey Girls and not have these bitches fighting with them? It'll be a shit show. This whole thing will blow up. This whole state will blow up. It is too small. You can't reboot. Everybody knows each other. They will fight with them so badly. We need the people that are friends with Teresa. I'm sorry. Oh God, no. Danielle and Rachel and Melissa. They can all keep the show going with their new other friends. We have Rachel's brother's family. We have Rachel. We have Frank and Brittany that can come back.
And we could finally see more of Teresa's sisters and mom again, maybe. I used to like seeing, not Teresa, Melissa. Yeah, Melissa's family. I used to like her family.
Why don't we bring Melissa's sister? I would love to see her. Why not bring Mike and Nick that just got married, the ones that Joe married? You know what I mean?
And Rosie and
Kathy.
Wakilis. I
Living a
love the
Crossroads.
Wakilis. They were hilarious to me.
I really do believe that they're getting rid of her. I don't think they have a choice. If they don't, I'll be shocked. When Andy brought up how he didn't like the toxicity and he brought up what she did, I was like, okay, good. Maybe he's finally saying it on camera that he agrees that this is her fault.
I tend to agree with Palaver that
Yeah.
Bravo loves the criminal, Bravo loves the con, Bravo
You're
loves
right.
the
You're
case
right.
pending, Bravo loves the like anything that's just debaucherous about a person. Bravo
Yeah.
will try to keep gainfully employed. But when you're trying to turn a new corner, then that's when Bravo's like off you. So
Off with your head.
unfortunately, Palaver might have a point. They tend to love toxic people with cases pending. So
And guess
yeah.
what? If they're going to leave all this open and nothing's being resolved, you guys might be right. They might bring her back just to see the end of her. Listen, I think we've already seen her go downhill with him. I really don't want to see the ending. I'm done with them. But I do feel like the show can go on without them. I think that they need to take a break and rethink it because I thought about it too. We can't reboot it. We can bring new people in, but we cannot reboot completely. This whole fucking state will catch fire. They will not let it happen. These girls will go after them. You can't. There's too many people know each other, right? Plus we have the House Husbands that we actually paid. The only franchise that we paid the House Husbands because they're so popular. People aren't ready to get rid of that either. But we had none of that because of Louis. We have to get rid of the two problem people. And then we have enough content with Rachel's family, Danielle's family, I don't know, Melissa, like Nick and Mike. We'll have Nick and Mike come in, the ones that Joe married. We have Melissa's sisters. We have the Catanias. We have content. We have, what's her name that lives with Marge, the assistant, whatever her name is, Lexi. See, we know Lexi. You know who we don't know? Laura Lee. Why? Because Laura Lee's stupid. If you really want to be on the show, you stay best friends with Marge. That's why we don't know you, Laura Lee. We know Lexi because Lexi's best friends. You know what I mean? She's a
Hey guys.
on the show.
Hi.
Hey.
And Joe B doesn't cheat. Joe B doesn't cheat.
Hey.
Hey, Bren. Sorry.
Hey, no, it's me, Corey.
Oh,
hey.
Sorry. Sorry.
You know what? I really don't care. They can reboot this whole cast. I don't care about Marge. I don't care about Joe and Melissa and their boring lives. I don't care about nobody. I don't care about the Wakilis and none of them peoples. I want some real people who have some kind of moral compass. I'm so sick of these people. Reboot the sucker. Reboot it. I don't want no more racist adjacent people. Come on now. Come on. I'm tired.
We can do better than this.
Max has a new Housewives spoof with Rosie Perez and Emma Stone. I can't wait to get into it.
It's on Max? What's it called?
It's called The True Women of New York City or something.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking it up right now.
It just came across my feed on YouTube.
Let's see. True Women.
I was just sitting there not saying anything.
True Women.
I think that's what it's called. Let me look it up on Max real quick.
I want to know if anybody remembers Dolores and Marge and like them asking Dolores about the meetup before the reunion. Pretty sure. I wish I gotta find that clip because her yelling at Marge like that. Listen, Corey, a reboot is hard because of where we're at. You know what I mean?
I kind of feel like I don't respond well to terrorist threats, but
Me neither.
you know, so like this whole thing, I in that case, I would say that's more of a reason to reboot. If these people have such an influence over even potential newbies being cast, then get them off the show. That's too much power. I mean,
you can't find but see, you can't find if they totally rebooted it, you're not gonna be able to find people that don't know each other, right? That don't know them. And that's I'm saying it's really hard. And I think they would create problems with these ladies. And if they would come into the social medias and they talk shit on them, they all get a podcast and it would just be a shit show. And I don't want to see any more fighting. I think we won't have any fighting if we just get rid of two people.
Well, won't those two people still be doing their regular scheduled shenanigans?
We're not going to give them any life. We just won't give them any life. I'm not going
But
to
she
get back.
already has a podcast to be
Yeah,
wreaking
exactly.
havoc.
Nobody cares about it. He sat there. The fact that he said what he said, holy shit.
Did you hear what he said, Emmanuel?
Manny, did you hear that? You're going to die.
Yeah, I saw it when I was coming in.
That
He
was
needs to be
disgusting, huh?
investigated. Like, what the hell? Yeah.
That is
That was
weird.
weird.
What are you talking about? What are you saying? Why do they have to wear thongs? What the fuck are you saying?
For you to walk behind them. He said, wear the thong and walk behind you. He's weird.
He's like, they're shaped good. They have great legs.
This makes me question Teresa's parenting, to be honest.
Yeah, like, is she trafficking her daughters at this point? What are you really doing, allowing him to say these things about your girls? I thought your girls were like your prized possessions. Like,
she can't control
what are
him.
you
That's why
setting
she's
them
so
up
sick. This is why she's
To be just like her. Stupid.
Well, that's, I mean, there is DNA involved. I'm not sure that they're going to get away scot-free already.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I heard you say, yeah, and that's why I was saying the DNA. Yeah, they got the stupid gene already because that's their mom, you know.
Well, look at Gia getting up in everyone's adult business all the time.
I don't know what the show that she's filming. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just hope that has no influence on them keeping Teresa. I don't know. I will not think twice about her.
On that show, are they going to like stay in a big house all together, or is
They're
it
making
following
it in
them around in their lives in their respective states?
All of a sudden, these people want to move to Manhattan. They're all trying to make it in Manhattan, Salt Lake City, Atlanta. Like all of a sudden, you're all moving to no, they're all living in separate houses. None of them really want to live there. It doesn't make any sense. The show.
Somebody should tag Juicy Joe in that.
Yes.
In that thing. I don't know what does he even have an Instagram or a Facebook or something to send that this man is saying that about his daughters?
I will send it to Frank and Frank will get it to him. I will make sure this man gets it. Somebody has probably already sent it to him. But yeah, I thought about this a couple weeks ago about when the pictures came out. If even if Teresa heard this, why are you not figuring this out? Why are you not trying to figure out who has naked pictures of your daughters? AI versions of naked.
Can you play it again for the people that just came?
Play what?
Can you play that what he said about them being in thongs for the people that just got here, please?
Yes, I will.
Because it's very Woody Allen. I had messed up my Woodies earlier, but it's giving me Woody Allen.
It's very Donald Trump if you think about it too.
Oh, and that too. Yeah. Like there's this whole thing with sexualizing your daughters. Like that's disgusting. My father would never have done that.
Oh my God, my stepdad would never. But wait, hold on. Show was canceled. I gotta get back to my Instagram. Get that out.
I mean, most men are usually telling people they love to like dress a little more conservatively.
Cover up, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like they're not saying, show your cheeks.
Why am I losing you guys? All right, hold on. Instagram. I don't understand like what the contact, like what in the world were they even talking about to begin with?
Yeah.
Like, what are they talking about? What is it? What, how does that even come up? Tell your daughters to wear it. All right, guys, you're gonna die. This is disgusting. This person. Ugh. Oh God, there's a lot of shit.
To play it right now, Joanne. It's on my stories on Instagram, right now, but that's where we found it.
Yes.
Okay.
Share screen. Okay. All right. Now I gotta get to it. Where's it? Okay. The one before this. Okay. Ready, guys? Or you can hear it, right?
Teresa's podcast. Louis and Teresa knew that clip was going to be shown on the finale on Sunday. So before they left for their 3-week trip overseas, they recorded an emergency podcast episode to be released today on purpose to kind of adjust the glare of the spotlight that's on them right now. It's not giving. Take a look.
Like we went to Greece last year. You know, you told your daughters, wear a thong.
Why?
Do it now. Do it now. Because I didn't do it when I was young.
Yeah.
Do it now. Experience it now. And then when they came out with thongs, you're like, cool, you guys look fucking amazing.
Oh my God, you're like so
that's, it's like, no.
Why is
hey,
he
girls,
talking?
fly. I'm one step behind you. That should always make you girls feel like, fly it, try it all.
Okay.
Nothing bad or anything like that. But I'm saying go to the club and dance, wear a thong, wear a short skirt, show your legs off a little bit because they're the most proper girls I've ever met. But it's like, experience it now.
Yeah, you're not. Don't come in my comments. Don't. No Louis apologists on this one. He's just praising Teresa for being a good mom. No, I get his point. Teresa should not be allowing any man that's not their father to speak about what her daughters are or are not wearing. Their father would never speak that way. What father would?
Kidding me? Oh, shit. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. No, that's not a good stepdad. No, that's not Chrissy. Not a good stepdad. Oops, sorry.
He's a creep.
Podcast. Louis and Teresa knew that that clip was going to be shown on the finale on Sunday.
So that's disgusting, right? I'll
He's
send
a
it to you. If you're on Instagram or something, we can send it to you, right? Wait, no, I get just hold on.
Oh, the Mac show is called The Phantasmas.
What's that?
The spoof about New
Phantasma.
York. Mm-hmm.
New York.
Oh yeah, Joanne. So I'm in Krista's live and sharing it to mine, so you can't see all the comments. I think is the reason.
Oh,
yeah, no worries.
No, could I make it so?
You're not crazy.
There's something I can do to make. Is there something I can do to?
No. It's because it's a different. It's literally a different strain.
Well, we should go through Christy Ball's stories. You want to go through Christy Ball's stories? She always has.
Yeah, I love it.
She's funny.
I love Chrissy. She is a woman on a mission.
Yes, she is, and she knows. Yeah.
That Jackie was talking to Vanessa.
Wait, what's this?
And the tea.
All right. I will watch this real quick because obviously it's going to be good.
That I have based off of what Jackie ended up telling to Teresa after the finale, you guys.
That's most.
And I don't think this is out there anywhere. Teresa did tell me that Jackie admitted, because at first Teresa says at the luncheon that at first Jackie denies it. After Margaret exposes her, Jackie tries to deny it, you guys.
Oh, we know that.
And then eventually she fesses up to it. She admits it. And then Teresa turns to her and she's like, I understand why you did it. You know, the whole Evan cheating thing like didn't sit well. Like Teresa ends up forgiving Jackie and understanding it all, but yet she's still so furious at Marge, which didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, look at that. Look at guys, hold on. Sorry. I had to stop him.
But Teresa told me post the finale that Jackie does tell her, yes, I had Vanessa Reiser and Vanessa M, which was another ex-girl.
Vanessa M, guys. We didn't even know about Vanessa M. I actually forgot. Guys, do you remember he was dating somebody? I forgot that he was dating somebody and he ghosted her. For Teresa, I fucking forgot about that. I was just going by like, oh God, look, Chrissy, look at the shit she has. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay.
You all have to see this clip from Teresa's podcast.
Louis' statement. I didn't
Y'all see what he did there?
Okay, this is Louis' statement.
This is Louis' statement. This is Teresa's statement.
No,
neither of which were asked for,
right?
But somehow certain people felt they were needed. He was disappointed in his actions and he wants to acknowledge that he was wrong, but he still states that Margaret's son was used as a scapegoat because he's been dealing with being falsely accused of calling Margaret's son at work, even though he admitted that it was his phone number on the call log. So he deeply regrets saying what you all saw on TV on Sunday. Mind you, Teresa tried voraciously to get production not to air that clip. Production said nah. Much like Teresa's statement where she tried to blanket it and speak for the entire cast while still trying to get her point across and make it look like she had nothing to do with it. Louise is very much giving a non-apology.
Yeah.
And a backhanded one at that.
Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry that I hurt. I'm sorry if what I said, you know what I mean? I'm sorry if this, blah, 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 blah. We know. How convenient.
So Jennifer Aiden had something to say once she turned her comments back on. She tweeted, how convenient they cut out what she, Danielle, said about my husband first, triggering me to say that about her husband. Everyone there heard her, and they all told her she should have never mentioned my husband first, but since she didn't see that, figured I'd share. And that's really funny to me because my source didn't say anything about Danielle shading Bill to make Jennifer feel the need to be so vile and talk about someone's surgery when her husband had the exact same surgery at 45 years old, no less. Once again, Jen, that people who live in glass houses expression really comes into play here. So no, yeah.
Absolutely, right? Good one, Chris. It is because she's a freaking, oh God, where's her stories? Let's get her stories. You guys all there?
Yep.
Okay. But anything else before I go? I want to get into her stories because they're so funny. If I can find them. I mean, literally, like, I just, what is our apologies for? For what? You know what I mean?
That was a sorry,
Like,
not sorry. That was,
yeah.
I'm sorry I said that. And Teresa must have had a talk with him that was like, Louis,
Yeah.
that was horrible, Louis.
That was sorry. I got so much backlash.
Yep.
Mhm.
Teresa's flaws. It remains Teresa's vindication. Oh my God. It remains Teresa's vindication no matter how Bravo PR is helping Marge in the media. Oh, gods are delusional. Marge deflected and lied. I need Jackie to go to Teresa's podcast and tell us if she was the one who leaked the Warrior video. Oh, God. I don't know, guys.
We all have to see this clip from Teresa's podcast.
Oh,
Louis and Teresa knew that that clip was going to be shown on the finale on Sunday. So before they left for their
oh, well. I mean,
yeah, that's a lot. And
What are
just
you
based
trying
off
to
of
do?
how they treated Monica Garcia,
Yes.
if a
Oh,
majority
yes.
of
Curves.
the women,
Curves. I was going to bring
yeah,
that up to y'all. I'm sure y'all heard that Monica said they were going to bring her on for the finale or whatever of the season of Salt Lake City. You didn't hear that,
really?
Krista?
No, I
didn't
did.
hear
Sorry,
that.
I just realized so many
Yes.
people.
So-
I just realized so many people were watching us. Sorry.
So
Hi, guys.
Monica
Sorry.
said that the producers reached out to her, and the plan was going to be they were going to bring her in towards the last few episodes of the season that they're currently filming, right? So that was the plan. It was going to be like a big comeback. Y'all aren't going to believe this. Heather, Lisa, and Angie threatened to quit the show if they brought back Monica.
What?
Yep.
No
Yeah.
way. Who?
If you want to see the clip,
Heather?
I have the clip that nobody was supposed to see of her saying it. She
Oh, let
started
me
a
hear it.
podcast.
I want to see. I want to see. I want to see.
Okay. All right.
Because that's too much power. Like, who are these ladies? You're not signing anybody's checks. You're all doing the same thing. She didn't do nothing to you.
Wait till you hear this. Wait, so she's at an event. Salty Housewife podcast is there. He takes a video of what she's saying. Nothing was supposed to be aired. She didn't want it. She said, "All right, well, I'll just play it for you." Oh, la la la. Salty Housewife has it. So yeah, he takes. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty fucked up." But I mean, us hearing it is going to, it's gonna, I think, give more. They're gonna bring her back. I think they're gonna. You can't give somebody an ultimatum. Shit, where is it? Did he send it to me? He played it for everybody. She played it for everybody. God damn it. I mean, I'm not gonna find it now. She's at an event and she's like, "So guys, Bravo has been getting so much shit for not bringing me back, and I want to give them credit because they tried really hard to bring me back." And some ladies,
Let me send it to your Instagram.
huh?
I can send it to your Instagram.
Somebody did send it to my Instagram, but where the hell is it though?
Yeah, I'm looking for Monica right now on here.
Yeah,
I've been paying attention. Bless her heart.
Wait, is this over here? No, shoot.
Not bless her heart.
I mean,
yeah, no, I love Monica.
Me too. Oh, here it is. You guys ready?
Yeah, she's awesome.
You ready?
I don't like Salt Lake.
Oh my God, did that volume go down? My volume go down. You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Here comes. Listen to her talking.
You both can.
Oh, shit.
Love Bean just woke back up.
Oh, too loud.
I was suffer fell asleep. I'm not exactly.
You know what? I'll just play it for you guys. Hold on. I'll just play it for you guys. All right. Okay. All right. Let me get back to my Instagram. I got it in that Instagram. I forgot he did send it to me. I didn't share it, but I didn't know that it wasn't supposed to be shared. But Dana and him both shared it. And Monica says in the end that she wanted it to be shared. She wanted everybody to hear it. So, all right. Messages. I'm getting there, guys. Hold on. I'll share it with 1 second. Let me get to where I'm at. Salty, if you're listening, I'm playing the messages for Monica. If you're watching over on Instagram. Okay. Let's do all of our messages. Okay. All right. Back to you guys. Screen share. Your screen. Okay. I hear somebody in the background. I hear like somebody talking or
I'm
something.
sorry, I was listening to
Oh, okay.
Monica's. Did
Yeah,
Monica's?
it's right here.
Is this Monica's makeup artist and her have a podcast?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
this guy is this. Oh no, that's a girl. Sorry, my bad.
The girl. Hold on. I'll restart it. Okay, hold on.
It was not their fault. And they actually tried to get me back several times. They actually tried to bring me in towards the end of the season for season 5. And you can thank a couple of motherfuckers for threatening to quit if Bravo brought me back.
Quit, let him quit. Get
So,
up the fuck out.
I want to shout out Bravo for having my back always.
Heck yeah.
They are not the ones that should be catching the heat, and we all know who should be. And if you don't know, you will real soon on the podcast.
Okay, good.
So, one more tea. These bitches opened several investigations against me with the network, with Warner Brothers, that I had to go through and endure for like 6-month-long investigations. Like, people have no money. Really disgusting accusations and terrible shit, which I will obviously discuss. But I want to shout out Meredith Marks and Whitney Rose for going and insisting on withdrawing from the investigations because they said those accusations are false. And we know they are false.
Oh, good.
So shout out to them for doing the right thing and defending me at a very dark, very dangerous time.
Yeah.
And I hope that you guys post that.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. At first. Okay, yeah. So, Larja, did you say you had their podcast episode?
Yeah, so they have a podcast. I'm looking at her Instagram feed, and she and I think that's her makeup artist are doing a podcast, and they're sitting on a couch having a very good conversation. It goes through her stories though, and it takes us to a podcast.
I'll get her stories.
I think it's on YouTube. I don't know. I think the thing might even be on YouTube. There's a link for YouTube on it.
Okay, I'll go on there.
Let's see. Let me see if I can get back to it.
Yeah, like, why can't I find her thing?
Here we go.
Bravo.
It's called Entirely True.
Yeah, where did I see it this morning?
Let me see. Where'd it go?
Here, wait, let me see this thing.
Watch full reel. I'm sending
Share.
it.
Do you have a way to share or no?
Yeah, no, I don't. I just sent it to you in the DM though.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess they really do have a podcast, and that's definitely her makeup dude, I thought.
We'll see right now. We'll have to. All right, we'll play it and see.
Let me see if it's in.
I think it's a.
I wonder if she have it on YouTube.
Also, I never smashed a glass upside someone's head.
That was crazy to watch.
That was nuts.
I'm not gonna lie, I love trash TV.
No.
So I did love that. But like, goddamn, like that was way more extreme than what this franchise ever did.
Can you imagine Lisa Barlow if she said something to me or pushed me? Because she got in my face all the time. She was always this close to my face. Can you imagine if I just went bop with a glass upside her head? Baby Gorgeous could never. Oh my God. She would lose her shit.
Oh my God. Okay. Well,
it is
also,
on YouTube.
I never smashed a.
I'm excited for her. Wait, I'll look at the other ones too.
Also, I never
too,
smashed a glass upside.
That was the third one.
Yeah, it's called Entirely True.
Awesome.
And they have a YouTube for it and everything. Now, you don't have to love Monica for me to love you, Joanne. It's all good. She's a certain taste. Some people just, I don't know. I don't have a problem with her because what they said she did, she didn't do.
Right.
And so
how
I
dare
don't
they
have a
make,
problem. My
problem is they make an example out of her and fire her. She's a very good housewife. She brought her own bag of shit. We didn't have to make up fights with anybody else. She had her own problems. So like she's, you know what I mean? Like she brought her home, but she was a good housewife. But they've lost her. And I don't know why. Maybe they'll do it next season. They'll try to bring her back again. But the ultimatum things, I don't think, like Andy and them, they don't really go for those ultimatums.
I thought they didn't. Like, I thought they would be like, how dare you tell me what to do? And like have her come on as a friend for the remaining season. Like that really has them looking very weak.
You can't keep Teresa after you fire Monica. Teresa did so much worse. She Von Teese 2.0. She did Von Teese, like damage Von Teese. Jen Shaw was going to prison. Like Jen Shaw damaged herself. So she didn't tell us anything we didn't already know about Jen Shaw. But okay.
Yeah, so I feel like if what's her name, Melissa, Rachel Fuda, Danielle, and one other person say they don't feel safe filming with Teresa and Jennifer, then they should be off the show based off of how they got Monica off the show. They said the other women just didn't want to film with them, didn't trust them, and so she had to be off the show. It just wasn't feasible. And what did he say? It just wasn't logical to have her back if nobody would film with her. Stop filming with her.
I know. Heather Gay's got to go. She does have some explaining to do.
And how does Heather Gay get a full pass when it's your freaking hair girl?
Yeah, I'm still working for her. Just like Teresa's assistant. Teresa's assistant, the chick that I forget her name because it's an A, was also talking to Vanessa. She's the one who put the thing into the FBI of all the things that Louie's doing. Teresa's assistant. And she's still her assistant. What the fuck? Same thing with Heather Gay. Oh, she's not my hairdresser. She's my hairdresser. You protected Jen Shaw. You weren't scared of her. You made jokes out of it. You mocked her. You made us all think that Jen Shaw did it. You didn't protect her because if you were protecting her, you would have said shit to begin with. You would have said you hit it on something else. You would have never brought up Jen Shaw's name to begin with. Liar. I hate her. I don't like her.
Yeah, she's a big liar. And who would have thought that Whitney Thorny Rose did something right? She must still be beefing with Heather now that Heather's as skinny as she is. I bet she really hates Heather now that she's not the fat cousin anymore. And so that could be why she ganged up with Meredith to go against what Heather wants and have the investigation stopped. I don't think it was out of the kindness of Thorny Whitney Rose's heart. I think it might have been something to do with her. If her and Heather aren't in a good place.
I said, listen, this is what's going to happen. These bitches are going to fight next season because they need to without Monica. And one of them's going to call Monica and go, oh, girl, you were right. Oh, she's such a bitch. You were right. You were right. You're right. Oh, let's be friends. I'm sorry. You were right. One of them. And I said, probably going to be weak-ass Whitney. It'll be weak-ass Whitney that calls up Monica and goes, you were so right about her. Oh, my God. They're so horrible. You need to come back and fix it. And of course,
Joanne.
Yeah, but she dropped her. But did you see what she did to her first, though?
Exactly.
She shoved her really hard. She did. She shoved her so hard. And that would have been my reaction. That was a reaction to fight. That push was not a push to get you out of the way. That was a fighting push. That wasn't a push to get you out of my space. And then, of course, she hit her in the face with a plastic cup.
Right.
And by the way,
but I like your observation, Joanne. You're right. Isn't it interesting how some shows get no replays of their violence and other shows get replay after replay after replay after replay, and they lead into the season with all of the replays of the violence? Isn't that interesting? Interesting, Joe.
I know. And it's crazy how they put some shows on pause, but then they're going to film Southern Hospitality.
Yeah.
Less ratings then.
Oh darn. And did you see Amir? Did Amir finally marry Natalie Emmanuel, or did he just go to Cuba and say they were going to get married? Because then they were all in white too. I'm like, did they get married all the way? Because I think they're working on a spinoff of their own.
I need them to. I need that whole show back. I love all of them. They were so refreshing. What the fuck?
With Krista.
Yes, dear. Hi, love.
Hey, can we talk backstage?
Did what happen?
Can we talk backstage?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Where's Dustin been?
I don't know. I'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later.
No worries. No worries. I just haven't seen him around.
I think he's mad at me. I don't know.
Oh, bless his heart.
Yeah. I love him.
It happens. I don't know what's going on. You guys got me to watch what I said I wouldn't watch. I could hear my brain cells, my brain on drugs when I was watching it. though. I was like, "Ooh, I can't get any of these back, God." It was,
Jersey was hard
but it
to
was
watch.
pretty good. It was a good episode.
Yeah. So wait, I'm like missing a bunch of shows. What is there's a show some of you guys wanted me to watch? It was called something on Netflix.
Oh, it's on she was saying Phantasma. It's
Yeah.
on Hulu or Max.
Okay.
And it's called Phantasmas, and it has Emma Stone tries to escape reality TV, blah blah blah. And
Oh.
so, but it's on Max or Hulu. And then I'm not really watching anything right now. Are you guys? Wait, no, I'm
Is there
watching
like
Dubai, of course. I'm getting ready to
I
watch Dubai right
see.
now.
I didn't. Is it even worth me getting into now? How many episodes in are we?
Dubai,
9.
I don't know. You could start. You could start it
you
like
guys-
2 episodes ago,
I'll let
and
you.
be yeah. She could start at the dinner at Stanberry's, huh?
I'll watch
You
it, and
can get
you guys
through
replay.
all
You guys
9
always
episodes.
talk
Yeah,
about it, right,
you're not
Larja?
into it.
I'll
But I
watch
like
it
it.
and talk about it on your channel because I'll let you do it Dubai because I won't even know what I'm talking about. I'll watch it and I'll be like, I won't know context from before. You know what I mean? So if I watch it, and I'll just get on Watch Her Live and
I
hear.
just am so through with Talene on that show. I
Is it
wanted to
good?
like her because allegedly she was some kind of 80s singer from R&B or whatever, and I
Really?
don't remember her, but now I'm like, I see why she was so forgettable. The way she did Brooks is she just is coming off like such a user.
Oh, yeah.
And to find out that Stanberry and Chanel Ayan have been secret friends for since the first season, and they never brought it out to us, is very, very telling about why Chanel would have taken and betrayed Lisa to Stanberry, because they've been friends this whole time behind everybody's back.
Is it the same cast? Is it all the same cast
Yeah.
that's been on Dubai? Okay.
It's the same, except for they got rid of the fruitcake lady, and they brought in Saba and Talene. Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's cute. I don't know. I've been tolerating it. It hasn't been too toxic. It's
There
lots of
hasn't-
lunches.
I think OC's been okay. I'm doing OC on Friday. Like, I'm not mad at OC at the moment. It's not as bad as I thought so far.
OC's pretty good. Yeah, I've been watching Dubai, OC,
Yeah.
Love and Marriage Huntsville, New Jersey, of course, and basketball. Oh my gosh, you guys, basketball wise
Oh, that's
is
what you were gonna make me watch.
crazy.
Wait.
Did they have
Basketball.
a Ponderosa?
So no, Jennifer she didn't want to call it a Ponderosa. She called it a parlay because she's always trying to be different or whatever. And
Yeah.
Jackie and Evelyn finally faced off because y'all know Evelyn had Jackie investigated.
Evelyn's there back. Oh my gosh.
So Evelyn,
is
listen to
still
this,
patting
Krista,
her thing.
hired a private investigator to look up on Jackie and
Jackie
found
that's
out.
been married for 40 years.
Yes, and guess what she found out? That in 1989 she was convicted of prostitution.
Oh.
And Evelyn is so dirty that she brought this on the show.
Evelyn, the one who has she's got
And
a lot
then
of
yesterday, listen to this.
I got to watch
Brooke,
it.
y'all remember Brooke?
Yeah.
She has been apparently Jackie's assistant turned on her, and Brooke has been on the phone with this assistant for hours and hours and hours, and the assistant has told her all the things that Jackie feels about all the girls.
What?
Oh, you can't get good help these days. You better pay your workers good.
No, I'm glad that they literally have the same guy because I love that cast. I've been watching that cast since day one. So I'm glad, like Jennifer coming in, I saw when she came in and all that. But I'm proud of them for all coming back. I'm shocked.
And
But
then
like,
Jennifer's getting married in Paris, but
Is
her
she?
boyfriend, who's 13 years younger than her, by the way, was arrested, and he owes $250,000 of restitution.
Did I just see something about Phaedra somewhere?
Phaedra's coming back to Atlanta.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I did see that.
And they're in their cast trip in Grenada.
What do you guys feel about that? She made it around.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Hail Mary because it's going to be a divided it's going to be a divided opinion, I think. But she's made good TV for a while, and if Candy left, but I mean, look, if Portia's willing to film with her, then who are we to say you can't be here? You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever.
But I can't wait to see the transition from Merit to Medicine to Atlanta because some rumor came out that
you doing
Phaedra
that?
quit because Dr. Heavenly brought Apollo and his girlfriend, or I mean his wife, to a cast trip.
Okay. The only thing I can confirm, okay, so Dr. Heavenly told me not to say anything, but the cat's out of the bag now. All I know is that yes, Apollo and Shireen were there.
What?
And
Oh my God.
yes, they were invited. And yes,
And Cass and then Bravo happened.
Shireen and Phaedra got into it. And yes, Shireen read Phaedra for filth. She gave her a good old nasty housewife read. Nasty.
Phaedra's
And
already.
then
Oh my God.
Phaedra started saying that she was she felt threatened, she felt unsafe, and all of this stuff. She pulled that card. And then her and when you guys find, I'm not telling you this part because that's
That
inside
kills everything.
information, but Phaedra did bring a date to the couples trip.
Oh.
And the reason they're not in the picture is because after her and Shireen got into it, they left along with Sweet Tea, and Dr. G left because you may have heard that Quad's new African and Dr. G had to be physically separated.
What?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And so they also left the couples trip finale dinner. And then that's when you heard about they ended up having to relocate Phaedra because of the whole thing, because of her screaming that she felt unsafe and da 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 da. And she was so mad. She cussed everybody out. And then but when you guys find out who Phaedra brought for her to, when you guys find this part out, you guys are gonna be like, oh, Faye's still up to her old dirty tricks.
Oh, so Phaedra's date caused drama?
So is it somebody we know? It's somebody we know.
No, it's not somebody we know, but it was somebody that Apollo knew.
Oh, wait a minute. So like classic Faye that tried to get Nini's half sisters. That's the Faye we're gonna get.
Yes, tried to call
Okay.
the sisters up. Yeah, so she's bringing somebody from Apollo's circle as her date on the show. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damn. Well, at least she's gonna have an exit. That's
I'm
gonna be
excited for
dramatic.
that now. I don't know why. I wasn't at first when I heard. So Portia. All right. So Atlanta is. Oh, wait. So that's Married to Medicine, and she's going to transfer to.
She already did. She's already filming. Her and Portia and the girls were out on some trip like a couple days ago. They were somewhere filming.
Is she still with the guy that she brought on the Married with Medicine?
So the whole thing that she brought, remember the first season she came on, they had to put a clown face over her alleged doctor because he wouldn't sign the papers.
Yeah.
And then they ended up not even dating by the end of the show. And then this time, it was the same situation. She's not dating anybody.
Wow.
She's not, they don't feel like she's really dating somebody. Like I feel like the term they used was like rent a man, like rent a man situation.
Where are the bodies buried? Where are the bodies buried between her?
Yeah.
And Cohen?
So unfortunately, Phaedra is gonna be back over with frickin' frack. And she's gonna be off Married to Medicine.
Oh wow.
And
for good?
Yeah, for good. Yeah, she's not coming back.
Can you
I wonder if they'll even do a reunion.
Can you talk about the other Married to Medicine? Not Married to Medicine. Love and Marriage that Kiki was on. She was still filming, right? She was going to film, right? Like she was going to be back? Or
I don't know if after Melody did have a conversation with her on film, it was like what the episode was like by the second or third episode, Melody and Kiki had a sit down this season. And that's when Melody confronted Kiki about all the content creator stuff that had happened because allegedly Kiki and her mom were talking to content creators who recorded conversations of her talking shit about Melody specifically. And so Melody was like, yeah, I don't deal like this. And now that you've shown me who you are, like we're basically done. That's what I got from it. I didn't think she was going to come back. Did you think she was coming back, Emmanuel?
No. That was the last scene she ever filmed when she was the one you're talking about.
Yes. But she did have an intro package. So she was supposed to film all season and then all the stuff blew up. And that was the last time we saw Kiki. And then a couple weeks later, well, a
Mm-hmm.
couple, that
Yeah.
happened last year, but a couple weeks after we saw it is when that tragedy happened.
Because
Right.
the tragedy, she wasn't filming, right? They were. She
No,
was
no,
filming
no,
the
Right.
no.
show
They
by
were
then.
actively filming at that time. No,
Yeah.
but her family was actively speaking against her in real time when that happened. Like, Letitia, Tosh, what's her name? I can't even say her name
Wanda,
right. Wanda's daughter. Wanda's
Tasha,
daughter,
Tasha.
just about 10 days before the incident had happened, was on another interview talking about, oh, she's dead to me. She's dead to me. She's dead to me. And like, she hadn't even been on the show in forever. So why you're saying that this lady's dead to you, who's your blood, who now you're crying about, and your mom can't stop doing lives about, oh, I'm gonna wear purple for the rest of my life because that was my little niece's favorite color, and we were fine. I'm like, oh my gosh, but you guys weren't saying this stuff when she had
No.
breath in her body. It's
Right.
just so
Right.
bizarre.
That's what I'm saying. Why was everybody like? I feel like I didn't watch the show, but I know like just the background about them trying to make her take a drug test and all that crap, and putting all this pressure on her. Like I don't know why everybody was going after her. Like I don't. She was her. What was her and was Miss Connie a problem? Like I don't know.
Well, they did say stuff about Melody. It was recorded and then played back for Melody to understand that she was being two-faced, basically. You're like literally smiling in my face, but this is how you feel. I can understand cutting a person like that off
Right.
because
Right.
that's not safe.
Yeah.
You know, because what if you're oversharing with that person and then they're just going to take
Yeah.
it back to the person too, you know? So
That's
I can understand Melody's position, but for Wanda to have said just 2 weeks ago from today that Melody is responsible for her thing because she used her on the show and put her against her family and this, that. I don't agree
How is
with
she
that.
responsible if it was an accident? You know? Is she
Exactly.
trying to say? Is she trying to say something? What, didn't she say something too about the body wasn't near the body was brought in the house or something? Or
Well, she said,
like
what
it
they
was
said
moved?
was when it was first reported, they said that she was surrounded by loved ones in her home.
I
And it was
remember that.
specifically Wanda's camp that gave that other content creator permission to make the statement that had that was a lie. I mean,
Yeah,
technically, if you're in your car when it happens and your family's upstairs asleep, I guess you could
they make it sound
technically,
like there was an illness that we didn't know about, and they were all around a bed, all surrounded
yeah,
by. Not that it was
right,
an accident. You
right,
know what I'm saying? So it's like surrounded by her loved ones. Did she not know what?
yeah,
Maybe she didn't know what happened at that point in time. I don't know.
right.
I
I
thought,
don't
okay,
know. But there's an investigation. There
is
was
there?
last I checked on the story, there was an investigation. The insurance people were holding on to the money while there
Wow.
was pending an investigation.
Okay.
And yeah, and just know that basically on any insurance policy, you guys, if the
Right.
S is done, if S is done, it
I
has
know.
to be past the look back period, like you're like past the 2-year period. And then if you est, then it's supposed to still pay out. Did you know that? So
No,
this
but
whole thing about, oh, they don't have to pay because she est herself,
oh, that's
allegedly,
right. I
that's
heard that
not
Right.
too.
true. It depends on how long the policy has been in effect.
Okay.
Oh,
Two
because
things.
the
Oh, go ahead.
uncle gave a lot of stuff out when he gave that
Mhm.
statement.
Can I ask you guys
Yeah.
a question? Was she still on methadone at the time? Was she still on methadone? Do we know?
You know, I don't know. She had taken us, I don't know if she was, we don't know. I don't
All right,
know.
because I heard them saying that she falls asleep a lot, right? Now that my
Uh-huh.
sister's on methadone, she also falls asleep a lot. My sister will fall asleep eating her dinner. Okay.
Really?
Yes, she nods out from methadone. Okay. This is my theory. If she was still on it at that time in the morning, she probably had take homes for the weekend, right? So she didn't have to go to the clinic it was a weekend, right?
Right.
Okay. So she probably was taking her medicine because you take it every morning, like I take my Suboxone, and maybe I think that if she was still on it, I can see how you would, be falling asleep all the time. At that point in time, you just take your medicine. You do start to nod out. Well, I don't want to say nod out because I don't want to be disrespectful, but that's what it is. And she just falls asleep. So my theory is that she did pull into the garage and fell asleep, not on purpose.
Yeah.
And that happened, and they probably ran out of gas or something. That's why the car wasn't on. That's why it seems
Oh
so
no.
shady.
So then they backtracked on that
Oh, they
and
did.
said that the car was in fact on. That was a misspeak too.
Okay.
Allegedly the car was in
It's a big
fact
deal to miss.
on and she was asleep. Yes.
My theory is that she took her medicine, and if she was stolen, there's nothing wrong with it. That was what she was doing, and she was trying to get herself off of it. Good for her. I think that she was. There's nothing wrong with being on methadone. I picked Suboxone instead of methadone. I would have been either way. But if she's probably been on it long enough that she has take homes, and she took her medicine, and accidentally, because I don't think that it was purposeful. I don't think
I don't
anybody did.
either.
I don't think
Especially
I
with
think it
her
was an
kids who
accident.
she loved right there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just,
No.
she was a loving, caring, full of
Right.
life person that was just trying
Making
to get it
plans.
together.
What you
Yeah.
make plans and stuff. I just really think that the medicine, they were saying that she falls asleep all the time. Because I'm like, how does somebody fall asleep in their car? My sister falls asleep eating dinner at a red light. I'm telling you, it's not safe to drive. But I mean, I don't know. She was out with people. She was coming home. You do take your medicine first thing in the morning. She probably fell asleep. I don't know if she was drinking, but and I don't think she would do it with her kids there. You know what I mean? Like, why would she purposely and not leave a note, knowing that anybody could find her?
Right.
And I do think it was an accident. And who said somebody did it on purpose? Nobody said they did it on purpose or anything. Nobody believes it was purposeful, right?
Wanda did allude to somebody did that to her.
What they do, overdose her?
Nobody believes Wanda, Joanne. You're right. She's a liability. We don't really believe her, but
That's
she
horrible.
shouldn't go around saying shit like that either. Like, just let her rest.
And it's crazy that I don't watch the show, and that's all I know about her is that stuff. And I just only because I got interested, I was like, oh, good for her. It makes me really proud that people are honest about being on that stuff, because I feel like a loser all the time. I'm a self-medicating, I was on, I still have to take Suboxone. But then when I see people talking about it on our Bravo shows, I'm proud of them. And then but the cast members take it as a negative thing, and they go after you for it and make you feel like shit for it. But thank God she was on it and not doing anything else. Whatever no, she had what, a pain? It was like an accident she had, or an operation or something. They got however she got there. Kiki, I believe that because on methadone, I watch people nod out from it all the time, and and they do fall asleep. And if you left your car on, I mean, yeah, as far as I know, the garage is closed. It's not. I don't know, man. And how long was she there for?
And they said she left her sister's house I don't know if these are right, but they said she left her sister's house around 4 a.m. and he found her at 7 a.m. ish.
How long does it take to get home from her sister's? It's
it was
a short trip.
Yeah, it wasn't
She
far.
probably had take homes, and she had to take her medicine, and unfortunately, she didn't make it to the bed. It makes it sad, because I feel like, God forbid, that was an accident, and I believe in the afterlife, so quickly she realized after that, you know what I mean? And then you realize, oh shit, and then probably broke her heart that she did that accidentally. And then of course everybody said they're gonna come up with their own things, but think about it, let's have critical thinking skills here. Does it make sense for her to do that at this point in time, when she was talking to people about future plans and saying
and literally stuff was really didn't she have some kind of, Corey's in here, didn't she have some kind of deal going for a drink or something, and everything was just almost done?
I mean, and she's Kiki Jabbar, you know what I mean? She's got she has I don't know, I just feel like she didn't need the show anymore. She could have moved on and did other things and be completely respected, and not have to deal with fucking people like Marcel and all that, making me fucking tell me take a drug test. Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. You drug test. How about you take a drug test? How about you take a lie detector, motherfucker?
Well,
take a lie detector
test. To be fair, he was defending himself. Let's be fair.
Well,
he was
but do we make
Marcel was defending himself?
Marcel was. Listen, I don't want to say a lot because she's not here, but if someone's coming and accusing you of being a cheater, you're defending yourself.
But he is a cheater.
But there's no evidence, though.
We haven't had any proof yet, though. I'm like, he's either paying these hoes well, or they love him so much they don't want it to leave him. I don't know.
Does anything justify bringing up somebody's? I don't know. I guess.
No, I don't feel like you should weaponize people's sobriety.
Don't
just
forget,
anybody's sobriety, but
there was a drink thrown at his wife's face as well.
Okay.
Well, sometimes she needs to wake up, because how are you treating your family like this when these other people, like your blood family, you're treating like this, but these other people have been saying your husband cheating for way longer than I got here.
I don't know. Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good for her. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like Melody and Martell were like, didn't he have like 20 girlfriends or something like that? And
Well, all I remember is him being on the show with Sheree, and I was like, "Who's this guy?" And you guys are like, "Oh my god, it's Marta!" And I was like, watching him with Sheree, I was like, "Oh, he's a creeper. He's a wow." And then I was like, "That's him." The guys you guys
Yeah.
are, that's Marta. And I was like, "Oh wow, no wonder nobody wanted Women with Sheree." I'm like, "Leave Sheree alone. She met a nice guy. What is up with this
No.
number? Do you see this weird ass
User.
number?" Yeah, he's one of those.
And now you didn't even know freaking Krista. So
What?
right now in the current season, after Rest in Peace Kiki was gone, they
Yeah.
got a new couple on, and they have this. He's a nice piece of water to look at. Ooh, wee.
Really?
His name is
Oh.
Ken, and he goes out with this girl named Trish. But Trish is currently still married to
No.
her husband and has been living with Ken for like 4 or 5 years in sin.
What?
And Ken
Why
takes
are they
care of her
divorced?
kids and everything. So
Why aren't they
as it turns
divorced?
out,
Why aren't
she
they-
was brought on the show through Destiny, the other one who people think Martell smashed before, and only to find out that this girl has been over at Martell's house or his gym or something. And she got on the show and didn't tell the producers or nobody that she knew Martell.
funny.
And even Carlos King found out in real time
Carlos.
that there was this whole sub story. And even her new man was like,
Why
you
does
didn't
she
tell
love
me you went over
Carlos
to his
King?
house.
Why would she do that?
Yeah.
He reminds me of Slade. He's
Yeah, he's disgusting.
He's like I feel like he's got a small penis. Probably cries when
Well,
he
it
comes.
was weird because first she said to the girls at the gym that never happened. Then the
Yeah.
next scene she's like, actually I did.
Yeah.
Why though?
I didn't
Why?
Like,
Why'd she lie
and
about
then
it?
he did an interview with Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King just on Monday. And they were like, so how did you feel about that? He's like, well, I don't like that she lied to me, but it was about something that happened before me. But I still don't like that she lied to me. So if she lies to me again, then it's on. But
Probably hooked up
right
with
now he loves her. He said he's never going anywhere, and he can
Oh.
understand why she lied to him. And
Why did
like,
he share these on
and
there?
for him to be a Scorpio, he's a November 1st Scorpio. I'm like, you're
Huh?
kind of understanding to have been lied to on national television, dude. Like, they don't usually, Scorpios don't want no parts of liars. Like, they're like not trying to hear you, right? And so, but he is like really loving her.
Slade. He reminds me of a Slade, slimy.
Did Gretchen ever get pregnant? Did Gretchen ever have Slade's baby?
Yes, Gretchen and Slade had a baby. Yeah. Yep.
And so
Martell was
it's
with somebody for a long time, wasn't he? Before he started being a creeper, wasn't he with
yeah,
somebody for
well,
like
he
30
was
years?
with Melody Holt,
Okay,
now
okay,
Rogers, and they were
And she-
married for 12 years. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Oh, well, that's a long
Mhm.
time. And weren't they trying? She was like trying to stick up for him in the very beginning, like, "Oh, we're cool. Like
Well, she
we're
was
not."
just like, stand by your man,
Oh god. And then
for
he
her
became a weirdo.
kids. Like, she had 3 kids at the time, and then she had her 4th
And he
one
cheated. And he
while the
cheated.
girl that she had a ghetto twin because she had her 4th one while his mistress was pregnant too. So like they're like, isn't the youngest one of
He actually
Melody's
cheated.
baby and the mistress's baby like very near in age?
He's so gross. Oh, he's so gross.
Yeah.
He reminds me also of on oh my god, what's his name? Oh my god, he's part of the Creep Squad. Oh, he's part of the Creep Squad. Oh, what's his name? Oh my god, on the other show. Oh, love. Oh my god, Krista. Oh my god, with Ray. When Kim Kardashian's Ray, Krista, my mind's blown right now. You know what I'm talking about. So he's part of the Creep Squad on Atlanta of oh my god, what is it called?
Potomac? You mean
No,
Cheater,
no,
Cheater
no.
Pumpkin?
No, Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop.
Oh.
The guy who's on the Creep Squad. He's one of the Creep Squad guys. Oh my god. And he was married to the one lady when he was with the other girl. Oh my god, the Creep Squad guy.
Bambi,
If you say his name, I'll
Scrappy,
know it. Not Scrappy. Not Scrappy.
Kirk Frost,
Stevie J.
He's older. He's older. He's part of the acting squad.
Stevie.
No, Peter. He reminds me of Peter. Peter, who was with all like, oh my god, Peter. He's definitely Peter. He's older and he's part of the Creep Squad. He was literally married to one chick, and then he started dating the one downstairs. Like one of them. That's what Martell reminds me of. Like he should be on the Creep
Oh my gosh.
with those guys. He should be on the Creep Squad with those guys. That's what he reminds me of. Like he was married, and then all of a sudden he's like creeping around like with everybody. He's on charade.
Well, that's the story now that's coming out, is that basically they're like, were you ever faithful? And then
Really?
how he proposed to her, like, I don't know, he's just like he was very interested. He was an opportunist, in my opinion, like that
How
kind of
is
fell
Kiki
into
Jabbar?
love thing.
Was Kiki Jabbar? So Jabbar, she wasn't related to the basketball player Jabbar, right? What's his name? No, I always thought the name. Oh God, what's his name? One of the really famous basketball player. I really thought that, like, when I kept hearing her name Jabbar, I was like, oh, she was probably married to that basketball player guy. I forget his name.
Oh,
I forget.
yeah, I
He's
don't
like,
know. I don't know.
I gotta look it up. But Jabbar, yeah, he was like a really like famous basketball player. I have to look it up because I was like, how's she Jabbar? Oh my God, she must be married to blah blah blah. But no, she's Kiki.
Right,
But
Martell, and yeah, everything with muscles isn't a catch.
Ralph. I'm sorry, it's Ralph. I'm sorry, it's not Peter. It's Ralph. I'm sorry. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, Ralph. They're
Mm-hmm.
all. I'm telling you.
Yeah, like they're nice to look at, but I can't.
They're good looking
Yeah,
dudes. That's a shame.
there's
I
not
really.
that much good D in the world to make you believe that.
I just feel like Martell's one of those guys that probably has a very small penis. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what's
You'd
interesting
be
is
completely disappointed by it.
Wanda of all people went off on Martell talking about he has a small wee wee, he has a small pee, and I'm like, excuse me, Grandma, why are you talking about your daughter's employer's penis like this? Like that's like weird. Why are you commenting on a man's private? Like, how do you know? Why would you know this, ma'am?
I know. You know what? Speaking of freaking love and hip hop, I'm so pissed off at Scrappy for freaking messing his shit up with Bambi. They got divorced. I'm so mad at him for that. I just had to say that. It reminded me. I loved their family. Like I loved him with Bam, and he messed that up. Scrappy screwed that shit the fuck up. What an asshole. Sorry, I had to say that. But because I finally thought these guys were getting there. Like we're finally going to like grow up and like be faithful to their women, but like they're not. None of them are. Like it's crazy. I have to get back in. I have to watch the one season. I'm telling you. Actually, this season I just watched the latest season of Love and Hip Hop. I was very impressed by all of them. They all decided to get their shit together and not fight. They all decided not to fight. I was like, oh wow. Even though I would have probably punched the one bitch in her face. If I were, what's her name? The girl with blue hair, I would have probably killed them. I would have had to fight with you. But I was very impressed by that whole season. I was like, they're not even fighting. They're going to trust camps and stuff. Like they're all being honest about themselves. I'm a bad person. I'm a bad, you know what I mean? And like inviting the baby dad over, having a birthday party, so everybody's getting along. I was like, wow, I'm impressed. This was post the other chick, post you know who. What's her name? Erica. This is after Erica. Erica wasn't on, I don't think, this season, but she's, But anyway, 2 hours and 45 minutes. I don't know what this number is all about. We know that's wrong. But,
Krista, I finally watched Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup.
I listened to your thing. You did? I know. I listened to your Gypsy Rose thing too. Good job. And did we know, like, Manny? Like, do you think she's gonna go back to prison? Do you think she should be having a baby?
Hell no.
Don't
Let me tell you, she has problems.
I don't
she
have
has a lot of problems.
Yeah, I don't think she should be having a child. I just don't.
There's rumors going out that apparently she got arrested this weekend for punching Christy.
Oh, she actually got arrested? I heard that cops came, but if she got arrested, then hold on.
Oh, so you heard about this too? Yeah, that Christy, Gypsy thinks Christy likes Ken. Oh my
God. She does. She's obsessed with Ken. Why are you sitting on the floor looking at your memory box of Ken? Right? Why are you saying you're gonna have a relationship with Ken no matter who cares? Christy is obsessed with Ken because Rod is always on. He works on he works like on a ship somewhere for 6 months at a time. That makes a lot of sense why Christy doesn't mind her own fucking business because she's bored with her life.
I feel bad for Ryan.
I do too. Ryan's a good guy.
Yeah,
I like Ryan a lot. Ryan just got screwed up. Okay, it's a little weird to like write to somebody in jail, but the way he said it when he described how they watched 2 documentaries and one was like about like Tiger King and his best friend was a girl. She's like, I'll write the Tiger King. He's like, well, I'll write the Gypsy Rose, and they actually did it. So like, I can see
my goodness,
that, but like, I don't know why Ken did it. Like, Ken, did you see the pictures of? She had no pictures that looked like she did. She looked like a child when she went into prison. And listen, She has been manipulating people since she got off out
Yep.
here.
Right.
And why are you
Yeah.
violating your parole and talking to people in jail? You're violating your parole purposely. So you deserve to get in trouble, Gypsy. Why do you think that
Yeah.
you're mature enough to have a child? You can't even fucking follow your parole. And you want a child? Like, think about it. You make decisions that are, you're talking to other inmates for what? And you said it said Nick. Okay. Why are you trying to contact Nick? I think that is, and it's again, people are going to send her shit to her parole officers. You know why? Because she's a public figure and she's making herself known and she's fucking around with people and she's pissing people off. She's got to watch her P's and Q's. If you don't want to go back to jail, get off of social media because you're making people hate you because they're saying that you act just like your mother. And now people are starting to doubt that she even had Munchausen's. They're starting to doubt.
I couldn't believe it. People in the comments of my video, everybody was telling me that Gypsy has been lying that all the surgery she had, she needed.
No, I'm telling you, I didn't know she had that. She had one thing wrong with her, and her mom was trying to figure out what was wrong. But maybe some things were a little. I think her mom was a fraud, but I don't think she had Munchausen's. And Gypsy was 23 fucking years old. She could get up and sell her pills. She could get up and go to the door to let somebody in to unalive her mother. Why don't you just handcuff your mom to the bed and leave? And if you're
right.
If you're 23 years old on a wheelchair and you know you can walk, then
you chose to unalive your mom. So you chose to be a murderer. And that fucks me up. That you got 12 years and then you came out and did no fucking work on yourself. You had no idea what a cell phone is. Get the fuck out of here, you liar. Acting like you don't know. You used Ryan to get paroled. That's why she married Ryan. Because he was a good parole for parole.
See you later, Palaver. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming, yes. And sorry about I'm playing with my hair. Whoever's made a comment, get a headband. If you don't like me playing with my hair, then like I'm serious. My comment section about me playing with my hair. Sorry, I have ADHD. I don't medicate myself, and my hair's in my face, and I'm gonna play with my hair. I'm sorry about that. It makes me feel like shit. I honestly cried about it because people were making fun of me. But whatever, man. Why do people actually have to make a comment about it? Like really, you really have to comment on it? Obviously, I can't help it.
You know what? One time on my live, I had I'm at my house. I'm in my literal house on my live, and I coughed in my hand, and I got DMs that said, "I almost unsubscribed from you because I don't like people who cough in their hand."
Okay, good for you,
Isn't
lady.
that weird?
So
I'm
strange.
like, I was in my house. I was like, where was I supposed to cough? Oh, you're supposed to cough into your elbow, like into the crease of your arm right here. You're supposed to cough in there. That doesn't even cover your whole freaking mouth, and I got big arms.
And
That doesn't even
I'm
cover your
sorry.
whole mouth.
Is she going to be affected by your germs by any way? Is it going to get through the screen?
No, I was mean.
Just saying. Listen. It's just the fact that people take their time. Like I usually in the very beginning, I'll make a little a disclaimer. I'm going to play with my hair. I can't help it. I tried to not do all that, but I'm working on it. But I forgot to say it this time. And it's been 3 hours. If you're coming to tell me to get a headband 3 hours later, you probably didn't listen to the whole thing or watch. You probably don't give a shit about my subscribers or helping me out with my whatever.
So why does Gypsy get to be out when she's totally talked somebody into doing it? Weren't they like? I think they should both still be gone. Like if you got somebody to do it,
they should be in the
then
same
you
place,
both
right?
should be in the same situation.
And like we're not the creator, right? So we're not deciding where they should be, but they should definitely be in the same place.
Right.
Because he's the one who has autism, not her.
Right.
He's the one he's in love with her still. It's wild. He still thinks they're going to be together. He thinks the sun, moon, and stars fucking rise out of her asshole. I swear to God. He really thinks it's a good person. And I'm like, wait, you killed her mom. Like you did it, but I know that like he didn't understand. I don't know. Whatever. They need to be in the same place, wherever that is. There's no way she should be free and he shouldn't. She planned it. She told him how to do it. She helped him, allegedly, maybe. And then she comes out and she starts talking about it. And they told her stop talking about that. Her parole officer said stop talking about this socially. Because he's going for appeals right now. He's using everything that she says against him for his appeal. I don't know. It's all to me. Her having a child is the worst thing ever. You haven't been out a year. You don't know what's you're married, you're divorced, you're separated, you're with somebody else, you're with your ex, you're fighting with your stepmom. Now we don't know if your dad wanted you back or he did or he didn't. I can see why they wouldn't want her there. Look how much problem she's like a circus, a 3-ring circus. She's got a husband, a boyfriend, she's pregnant, social media, fighting with this one, fighting with that one, going to court with this one, fighting with people. It's like she makes $1,200, $200,000 a month in her fucking TikTok. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I doing wrong? I started monetizing. I was like, shit, I'm monetizing everything now. I didn't even make that much money. I mean, I probably won't, but I don't know. This number's weird. It's weird. I just don't understand. Like, I don't I still don't know how. I'm looking at the ad. I don't know how my stuff works. I don't understand how my ads are on, but I don't know where my money part is. I don't know anything. And I just know I have to get my ID to get paid. But I don't know. I need help. I need AT2 or Large. I also need you to help me with our life insurance. And like, I didn't know that you could like, so you can tell me life insurance, right? Or get my life insurance transfer to you. And then we could also like invest in stuff and all.
Yeah, so those are, you use life insurance products to invest, and then it grows cash at higher than the banks do, and then you get to get your cash out tax free instead of if you go to like your 401k and you get taxed to get it out and penalized.
We
You
have to
can get your
transfer it
money
over to
out of life insurance accounts tax free as long as you ask them for it the right way.
We need you to help
And
us,
I can
please.
tell you the right way to ask them.
Yes, I know
And
you
that's
can.
where people like dump a lot of money and then they grow it and then they're able to like have tax-free livable income. You never have to report it because it's all tied up in this life insurance.
And that's on like, so that's like if one of us does something happens, we don't pay. It's like in a trust. You have to tell me. I learned all this just by watching freaking true crime. But I'm like, wait, Large knows all of this. So and like, all we have is we have 2 policies, and then we need to like invest in. We need to like do something.
Or you can get, and then that's the thing. There's not too much. There's never too much life insurance. It depends on what your goals are, obviously. But
I mean, I don't want if it can make money. I would want to do that because we don't have much in there, and we're like almost 50. You know.
Yeah. So like if you wanted to open a new one, you could even front load it. You could put in money in there all the time, and then you'd be able to get that money out on a tax-free basis while you're alive. And then if one of you expire, then usually I set people up with like $1 million policy so that their person can have $1 million after they're gone. But sometimes I talk to men specifically who will say things like, I just want her to be able to get a truck. I don't want her and the new man living off of me. But if I only need it to be about 50,000. That's how much a Ford is.
We want more only because like one of us wants to be able to stay. You know what I mean? You know, the house is paid off, but like we still want to. Like it's crazy that we're not invested. Like I didn't know that I could make money off. Like we need to do that. Like there's money. The stuff just sits here. Like the life insurance is just sitting there. Like and his money, I guess, goes in from his like paycheck. But I didn't realize that all this. And like, and the other, we'll talk to you about it later. I need to transfer everything over into something that you set us up with. Because I'm so confused right now. And we need to like, he needs to do a will and stuff because of the way the house is. If something ever happened to him, I have tax things going on. I know, I saw the IRS money or I go back, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
And then you need a trust. I see you, Joanne. A trust stops your house from going to probate. A will means your house will go through probate, and that's when here in California, if anything's over 50,000, then it's going to go through probate unless you have a trust established. Then things don't have to pass
through probate. That's what I want to do. Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah, and I can get you.
I'm screwed.
We can get you a trust. I work with attorneys that can get you a trust for very affordable, and I even have an attorney that'll take a payment plan of like $50 a month for your trust. And you'll be set up. Yeah. So I can.
Yeah, you gotta explain it all to me because I was like, there's no reason. Like I'm embarrassed that I'm embarrassed about.
Well, don't be embarrassed. People do until they know what they know.
I know. I just feel like
that's all.
Wasted too much.
But I was just telling somebody, I was like, it's so interesting. Like in my line, like I totally just want to help people get protected. And I called my friend and I was like, oh, do you have what you need? And they're like, oh yeah, I have what I need. And then I got to GoFundMe for her final expenses to take care of her freaking kids because she died unexpectedly. And so she didn't have what she needed at all because what you need is for the people that are still living here to be taken care of if you're gone.
It was the Vicky thing that started me thinking about it all. Because I was like, wait, she sold her this policy for what? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, you know what? Corey and Large. I was like, I thought about it. I was like, I need to get a hold of you guys because we're wasting time. I can't believe it's already August of 2024 already. I've been saying to you guys since probably last December that I need to get this all figured out because the money's just going. It's just, it should be growing, not going. You know what I mean? I've been good with that.
There are some huge changes that are going to be coming into effect 12/31/2025. That if you're not in a better position by that time, then it's going to affect moving forward. So also what I'm trying to let clients know is that if you are behind the 8 ball, meaning you're starting late,
Well, it's all goes through his job, and I don't know anything about it. I never read his paperwork. I don't know anything.
Well, and then that's the other thing. Things that are attached to your job, if they laid him off tomorrow or gave him a pink slip, none of that is going to translate.
Right.
The
Right.
401k will translate,
Yeah.
but also
Yeah.
401ks are tied to the stock market that just fell 1,000 points.
Can you do that too? Like, can I move that over too?
Yeah, those are called rollovers. We can do a nice
I
little
don't know.
rollover.
Yeah. So it
And you
doesn't
put
have
those
to.
rollovers, right? You can put your rollover from a 401k, from a 403b, from your TSP account, from the
And it'll
government.
still go, like his paycheck will still go, and it'll still go into it,
Right.
right? Okay. It
Right.
doesn't matter what it's at.
Yep.
It's just, okay. So it's really not through his job. It's through like wherever he invested in. But you can.
Well, the
Okay. I don't know
foreclosure, Joanne, it depends on the circumstances.
I'm
Like,
so
so
embarrassed that
she
I don't
had
know
a
anything about
trust.
this stuff.
I saw you say she had a trust, and
Yeah.
now the foreclosure is for non-payment of the
Okay.
mortgage. So even if you have a trust, you still have to have paid for what's in the trust. You know, that won't really protect it from foreclosure, so to speak, but it will protect it from probate. But if it's a foreclosure issue, I'm not sure what state you're in, but like here in California, we had a lot of help for the people that needed help with foreclosures. And that's a state by state thing. For sure. But yeah, I can, if you want to DM me on
Yeah.
Instagram at Larger Curves with 2 S's, then that's how you can get in touch with me. Or on my YouTube page, you get at me and I'll contact you. And even on my YouTube page in the About section, it has my email there. So you guys can reach out if you wanted some more information.
Actually, she's linked in my description too of my YouTube channel.
Right on. Yeah. Because I really want everybody to have what they need and be taken care of. I
Yeah.
mean, everything can change. And look, even Kiki, I hope whatever
Yeah.
insurance she had was over 2 years old, because if it was a year and 11 months and 10 days, then it's not paying out on a suicide. If they deem that suicide, it has to be at
But it's, I
least
mean,
2
they
years.
can't. I don't. Can they just say they can't just make that decision and say, "Oh, it was a suicide"? Like, how do they
Well, they're
investigate?
going to have an investigation and then they'll decide for
Oh
sure.
shoot! I was trying to put your. I'm sorry, Large. I was putting your share to your Instagram in the chat, and it gave me
Oh,
that.
right on. Yeah, no, it's just at let me see.
There
It's
There you go.
Yeah, that's me.
There you go.
C'est moi.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys want to reach out, that's what that's what I do. I just met with the client yesterday. We met with the attorney. We got her trusts. We got the draft of the trust together.
Yeah, I'll send you a DM and you tell me what I need to bring to the appointment, and then we'll work on the appointment. Okay.
Right on.
Good information.
For
I need
sure,
to.
for sure.
There's no reason we shouldn't have a bigger policy, and there's no reason that like I didn't know we could start. I need to do that. I need to do that because I'll tell you, like we just
Oklahoma. Yeah, yeah. See, I'm not familiar with Oklahoma's foreclosure stuff. Yeah, but if you're saying it's complicated, as a person that's there, then you would know for sure. No worries.
Definitely. Awesome.
Yeah,
Manny,
Brendan, you okay? And Manny left us.
Manny left us. Well, it's been 3 hours. I don't blame him.
Sorry.
Hey, Bren.
That's okay.
This one, they probably won't share this one a lot. I probably have to, I don't know. They've been sharing,
chop it up.
Yeah, chop it up. They've been sharing my stuff if I keep it to an hour, but if I do it in 3 separate things, I'll try to do that.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I'm gonna jump off of here because it
too.
has been 3 hours. It's noon
wow.
17 here. It's noon
Yeah.
17 here.
3:17.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump off, but I'll hit you in the DMs and stuff, and we'll talk later, Krista.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming up and being up here with me.
Love
Love you.
you.
Everybody,
Everybody, be sure to smash Krista's buttons. I'm
and
looking,
Larja.
and we have how many likes? I can't see the number of likes, but it looks
Oh,
like
I gotta change
a
it.
lot
I
of
did change
awesome
it back.
people are here.
I accidentally
Yeah,
shut that off.
so
I'm afraid to mess with it because last time I did, I shut my comments off by mistake, and I lost my mind. I was like, I'm not messing with.
okay.
I got to turn it back on now.
Yeah. Well, at least ring her bell so you can get notified next time she jumps on.
Yeah.
Okay.
2
I'll see
appointments,
you guys in the
Larja.
next video.
2 appointments.
2
One for my like,
appointments.
and one to show me how to fucking do my ads on here. Just turn them on and make them. Yeah, I need help with it. Okay, I love you. Thanks for coming up. Love you.
Yeah,
love you.
we'll do a Zoom later. Love you. Peace.
Yes, love you. That's what I need. Okay. All right, Bren. I'm going to talk to you. We'll stay on, Bren.
Okay.
If you still want to talk in private real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. Whoever did, whoever's messing with, whoever cares about me playing with my hair, I apologize. It's just, it's windy in here. It's hot in here and it's annoying, but oh well. I apologize. Can't help it. It's just the way I am. But anyway, thanks for anybody that's watching this. I will cut this up in probably 3 different hours, so it does get shared on YouTube. But everybody that's watching after this, I appreciate it. We did talk about the show in the very beginning. I think I was being fair to everybody. I don't know. There's definitely not 500 people watching. That's weird. But everybody that is watching, I do appreciate it. If there was, that'd be amazing. But I think YouTube gets messed up after 3 hours. But anyway, thanks guys for comment and all that. I'm ending the stream. Please like, comment, share, all that. And it was fun. And in the comment section, I appreciate everybody. I welcome opposing opinions. I do. Just make it make sense for me. That's all. Joe, and thank you for coming up too. You appreciate hanging in there, man. Appreciate everybody hanging in. It does. I mean, it means a lot to me. A lot. Me and Large, we love coming up here together because we have both of our chats and we have a lot of the same things. But then we have other people that get to introduce to each other's platforms, and we have new friends. But Terry, Mimir, thank you, my mod is Mir, and everybody smash everybody else's buttons too. Aaron, go to her, Manny, everybody's description. Manny's always in my description too. All right, guys, I love you. Thanks for coming.